Hi, and welcome everybody to the Fandom Zone with your host, General Zod. And today, kind of going solo for a little bit because I'm doing my late night talks actually slightly earlier than I normally do. So, we are going to cover some pretty big topics. So, I had to do a special report. So special, as a matter of fact, it couldn't wait. I'm currently driving whilst doing the show. So thank goodness for modern technology. Anyways, let's see who we got. Matt's Mama Bear, welcome. We have Cyber and probably there's Hammer, welcome. And of course, I'm just gonna let the notifications go out, let the YouTube verse broadcast that I am live, and also to wait for some of the bridge crew to get here. But whilst I'm here and waiting, welcome everybody. Had to give some shout outs today. Stevie J from Stevie J Reviews had his 500 sub party. Unfortunately, I couldn't make it because when the party was, I was at work doing a meeting. But congratulations to him, and also PB, the commander and co-host of the show, reached 350. So milestones just happening all over the place. So welcome, Generation Productions. Good to see you. Welcome. This is Zod's road stream today. I am currently driving on the road. Don't worry, I have a magnet. So my phone is magnetized whilst I make the trek of finding batteries. So I'm kind of on my own personal quest here. A 2-pack of AA batteries. Don't know if they exist, but I shall find them if they do. Mats, what's up, Mats?
Hey. Wonderful. I can be part of the experience when you crash because you're
Because what?
Because you're driving and live streaming.
Oh yeah. This is a first here in the Fandom Zone. Zod is mobile. We'll say I'm flying and live streaming. Either one probably isn't a good idea. But we'll see. If you guys hear it, oh my God, the humanity, then I probably died live streaming. But I died for the people.
The ratings will go through the roof, though.
Oh yeah. It'll be like one of those things. You know how people get famous after they die? Yeah, I'll reach 1,000 subs after I'm off traction and be like, that General Zod was a hell of a guy.
Also, we have Tri-Bear backstage.
Oh, we have Tri-Bear. All right, we got the Bearfecta. Tri-Bear. Oh, with his face. I feel so privileged. And of course, we have some lovely people joining. We got Mark F. We got the Hammer. We've got the Senate. Loving the Senate. Always, I always tell people, if you are going to berate me, you model yourself after Senate. I want memes. I want you to jump on my stream constantly and tell me to go fuck myself. I mean, he is committed.
Yes. Zod, I'm not going to tell you to go fuck yourself, but there you go. That was driving me nuts. Thanks. You were reading my freaking mind. Thanks for reading my mind. You saved me from saying, hey, make that small. Hey, yes. Basically, you can always count on an invite from me, man. I'll never snub you. You know what I mean? I'm a signifying SOB, man. What can I say? I'm from Gary, Indiana. That's where signifying was invented. Not to mention flying lead. Well, he got booted. He must run into a signal dead spot. Hey.
Hey, all right. Did we all press the back button? Fucking phones, man.
I didn't. I'm actually on my my Beastie gaming laptop. I finally actually got the right cooling fan. Newegg, everybody. You need a cooling fan for your gaming laptop. Order it from Newegg. I got the right one the first time.
Ooh, good stuff,
And
man. Good stuff.
and I thought I was just getting a GPU cooling fan. They also sent me a CPU cooling fan.
I feel like if you're promoting for these guys, they should give us some kind of ad revenue for this.
Oh, I didn't really mention the seller by name because Newegg is basically like eBay.
Boy,
I ordered from Amazon 3 different times and 2 times got the wrong part. And the first time I got a CPU cooler. And I said, well, what the hell? I'll try eBay. I even called them and says, hey, guess what Amazon did? They screwed up. Are you going to do the same thing? And sure enough, even though I called them, they did.
there. There's been a request to do something about the flickering.
It wasn't flickering earlier.
It's flickering now.
We have Gary North, welcome.
How about that?
Nico,
Still
welcome.
flickering.
We've got our posse.
That background is not agreeing with you, man. No, it seems to be you.
Well, it's probably because I'm pretty freaking irritated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm definitely irritated, but I'm happy about it, and I'm laughing and cracking jokes about it. So what the fuck?
Yeah, we just don't want to set off seizures.
Do what?
Seizures, epilepsy warning.
Right.
The Senate put glitch master.
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently, I moved my cam earlier.
All right, and while we wait for more people, if you guys want, address the chat for just 1 second. I got to go into the store, so I don't want to be like talking whilst I'm in the store and everyone thinking I'm crazy. So I'm just going to mute myself really quick.
Mute. Yep. That's a little better.
Yeah, I think better. BP, what do you think? Bennett, are you feeling okay? I saw that you were actually concerned with that.
So how's the chat doing?
Seems to be good. Senate was
well. We know we know the Senate's opinion.
Yeah. No, I said you better not. I'm going to use my own vernacular, Senate. Sorry, you better not fluffing die Zod. I swear. Follows that up with, I need to insult you. It will be boring if I insult you when you're fluffing dead.
Right. Let's see about a change of background.
Hello, Nico. How you doing, darling? Gary North. See if we got any camera, Mark F. And GP is.
Hey, what's up, Hammer?
Yep. Apparently that's slightly better.
Well, it's chroma cam, and I'm not going to buy a green screen or all that stuff when I already got something. Works good enough for me.
Yeah, just a green sheet works too.
Yeah, but I don't got the money to buy that shit.
Like good sheet. That's like what half the fandom uses. So.
Yeah. I don't do half the stuff because someone else does it. I just can't afford it, you know. I got what I got because it was not a lot, and it serves a purpose. It's okay.
I'm not sure what news you're referring to, JP.
What news?
I don't know. He's asking if I have any news.
We are in the dark about the news he's going to share.
Zod's news? Not a clue.
Yeah, Zod's news.
No, PB. We weren't asked to start early. He just did.
Yeah, I was shocked. I was like, "What?" It's before 10.
I got the notification that Zod was live. I'm like, really?
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Yeah, normally when there's not enough light source, it causes the flickering. And it depends on the background. Normally the Phantom Menace with the black background doesn't flicker at all.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of irritated, so my energy is a little different, and so that's probably why.
You're having difficulty staying in one dimension.
I'm staying out of the red dimension because when I go into the red dimension, that means hellfire and shit's gonna stream from my eyeballs, and people's arses are gonna explode outwards, and then their minds will explode. Yeah, we don't want that.
GP asked if we want to talk about the Star Wars trailer. You know what? We can.
The one that was on was that on Instagram? There was something that was put up on
I've seen
Instagram.
a few at this rate because I follow the Dark Council. So, but honestly, on that thought, it actually the Star Wars trailer came up while I was watching TV with the kid this evening, and she turned and absolutely adorable. She turned around and asked me if Chewie would like her.
Oh,
Yeah.
Senate, your brain cells will not commit suicide.
well, that's kind of adorable.
Wasn't it? I mean, she always asks me if some sort of character will like her, but just out and out, will Chewie like me? Yes, baby, Chewie will like me.
So, I do have big news tonight, but I kind of wanted to wait for PB because when I drop it, I want PB to be here because I know he's gonna have some comments to say about it.
PB's hanging out in the chat, and I am not repeating half of what he has said.
Let's see. I don't even know what that one is.
He's trying to say hey.
Oh, fucking PB. So,
yeah, Generation Productions. I don't have a green screen. It's chroma cam. Basically, the camera itself works off of a program and basically replaces the background. To answer your question.
So, let me go first off here, and let's go to the secondary news. And this is going to be an interesting one for everyone watching because I'll save the big reveal until I got more people in here. I guess they didn't think I was going to start in 21 minutes, but Justin was like, "Oh yeah, when are you going to start? Drop a link." So I dropped it exactly 30 minutes before I started, and he's not here. So
directly at 1 o'clock. So none of us would actually. In fact, I'm actually up at this time. It's surprising. Just a fluke.
So, are where you're at? Are you 4 hours ahead of the Pacific Standard Time?
I guess I'm not really good with time zones. If you didn't know.
Well, Zod, I think you're in Eastern Time Zone.
No, he's Central.
Yeah.
Oh, Central. Okay.
Central.
Yeah.
And then,
well, one of my co-channel hosts is in Atlantic Time Zone, up in as far east you can go in Canada, I guess, far east north.
Yeah.
And I didn't know there was another time zone over there.
There's actually 2 other time zones.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Because I've never actually been that far northeast. The farthest northeast I've ever been was up into Maine. I used to live in North Kingstown, Rhode Island. It's like you're there, you're gonna go for a drive up there because it's beautiful.
Yeah, well, there's part of Newfoundland that gets their own time zone, and they're a half hour ahead of the neighboring time zone.
Wow.
oh, don't even you fucking cocksucker. Fine.
Someone
you
just cut you off. Hey Zod, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out.
No.
You hit someone with a vehicle, that's not a good thing.
This motherfucker passes me, right? The speed limit is 25. I'm doing 30. This motherfucker's doing 40 and passes me.
Hey, when you pass him and he's pulled over, getting a ticket for doing 10 over, hey.
Yeah, I'm going to give him up.
Yeah. Hey, we have 25 speed limit roads over here too, and nobody does 25. They all do 30.
Yeah. I mean, general rule, and cops typically, unless they have to make a quota, they won't pull you over for doing 30. But you do like 35, 40, then you're asking for trouble.
Hey, you know what, man? I can't see out of one eye because I got stream right in front of one of my eyes.
So let me get to the secondary news. I got my big news story, but the second news that I had was naturally I'm gonna go and see Frozen 2 tomorrow. I thought it would be my daughter that was gonna be the first one to drag me to see Frozen, but apparently the girl wants to see me curse at a screen. So I was not very enthusiastic, to say the least, about it. But here's the thing that intrigued me. So some pre-reviews have come out on Frozen 2, and the critics, there was one article in particular I was reading from the good folks at the New York Times, and later on today, because this is an impromptu stream, I'll put some links down where you guys can check out the article. I'm driving, so I'm not going to read because that'll probably be a bad thing, but the gist of the article was the reviewer has kids, right? It's a dude who, John Willer or something like that from the Times. He wrote an article giving this movie a critique. And the first thing that they highlight is, and I'm not spoiling anything, God, if I spoil something from Frozen and you get pissed off about it, then please just hop off my channel, because at this point, I don't know what to tell you. But anyways, apparently in the movie, the little snowman guy narrates shit that happened in the first film.
Mm-hmm.
And the article points out that instead of using visual references to symbolize death, they actually, and wait for it, everyone, because here it comes, they say something so horrible, so horrifying that your children will be emotionally and mentally scarred. They use the word dead in a Disney movie. Gasp! What? They used dead to signify that Elsa's parents died in the first movie, which we already knew. But this reviewer pointed out and gives like a whole basic like warning. If you're going to go with your kids, he says, if you're going to go with your kids, mentally brace them, because they use language to describe the tragic events that happened to Elsa. And I'm reading this and I'm going, so let me get this straight. In a Disney film designed for kids, the thing that kids aren't really going to pick out if they're young, okay, maybe older young kids, you know, the older younger kids might pick it out, but the really young kids who are going to go see this movie, they're going to hear the words that her parents died, and psychiatry bills are going to go through the roof. People are going to lose their minds. Parents might storm out of the theater because Disney is using language that signifies death. What the fuck is this world coming to? This is by far the most ridiculous thing I think I've heard in a critique in a very long time. And I mean, I'm going back to multiple stupid things John Campea has said, and I can't think of something right off the top of my head right now that is stupider than that statement.
Hold on. There's a comment here that, again, I'm going to have to replace some of the words. But this is almost a compliment from Senate. Why is everyone so fluffing idiotic? This stuff is worse than Zod.
Thank you, Senate. I appreciate your comment, your compliments. Even if they're surprisingly double-sided. Yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate that. But yeah, it is stupid, Senate. It is stupid, because why is it that we can... Okay, if you've seen the movie Up, that movie is the most fucking depressing movie I have seen. I went to see that, and I said to myself, how the fuck is this a kid's movie? Like, even a kid who's, like, maybe, like, doesn't have the comprehensive ability to put everything together, when they watch that movie, by the emotions of the characters, they can sense what's supposed to be a sad moment, right? Because kids are very empathetic. Mm-hmm. So that movie is fucking ridiculously sad. No one said anything about that. But because in Frozen, they use the word dead, these reviewers are losing their fucking minds over it. they're going nuts. They are saying, I can't believe that the creators would use this when they use such clever visuals to show the tragedy and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, so let me get this straight. You want them to visually rehash something, or do you want them to just do a quick narrative, like a recap, because we've already seen the first Frozen, all right? We don't need them to go back through the whole entire thing and using visual metaphors. It's only an hour and some change, okay? So they got to move the shit along. So you're telling me the biggest thing you're going to hit this movie on is not a story plot point or anything else. You're going to just pick out the one thing, the one bit of language that they use. This is what critiquing has come down to.
But if somebody could clip that Olaf saying the word dead, it would make a great notification tone for me.
I am going to, you know what?
Hey, what's up, Stig?
I'm not gonna say this online, but I may or may not have my phone in the theater, and I will record this, and I'm not gonna put it on YouTube because I don't want to be pulled down. But
No,
I'll put it on my Twitter feed.
You would get pulled so hard, Unicorn would be jealous.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry, we're gonna get to YouTube tonight too. That's also part of my news. We're gonna touch them.
You're gonna do what?
we're gonna touch them. No. Shit. No, we're gonna touch on what they're doing. But no, yeah.
This is a great night for me to be on then.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be a lot of touching.
Not like that.
I think of the people who are coming in and they heard me say there's going to be a lot of touching and they're like, shit.
There's nobody looking around for Biden right now.
PB is going to be like, well, fuck jumping in this stream. Not if there's touching going on. I don't want to be part of that bullshit. But no, I want to get your thoughts on this because the Hammer, I don't think Stig wants to be touched in that way.
Biden, as far as I know, is still hanging out in LB stream.
So, I'm gonna go over this stuff, but I just want to get your thoughts quickly on this. And I'll go to you, Bear. What do you feel about this horrendous development? This absolutely earth-shattering, child-ruining development. Like, I don't know how these kids are gonna cope with this. I mean, my God, I might have to send my daughter to therapy.
Oh, you just summoned them. You said touch too many times.
Yeah, I think my kids are not even interested in watching it. They've expressed no interest.
Oh, you're so lucky. My daughter's already got the soundtrack.
My 6-year-old would rather watch the Darth Vader moments in Star Wars because Darth Vader is his favorite character in Star Wars.
Oh, Bear,
whenever a Star Wars movie's on, he goes, Darth Vader? I'm like, not yet. Soon though.
Don't show him the new Disney Star Wars. You've been waiting for Darth Vader forever.
My 10-year-old has just expressed interest in watching original Star Wars.
Nice.
Oh, what a great kid.
My 6-year-old last year, he was Darth Vader for Halloween.
Oh, some Darth Vader love. Yeah. Also, General Zod's a great character to dress up as, just saying. Oh, man, that was harsh. Oh.
Hold on, let me go downstairs and check with the committee.
Because I'm watching the chat as well.
So, Matt, Matt's, you have young bears, right? Some cubs.
Just one. Yeah, but
is your cub interested?
Totally. We've got 2 Olaf of these. good size, like a 2 foot and a 2 foot. Yeah, the bed sheets. Oh yeah, she's all over this. I think she's
So
seen more of the trailers than I have.
so then are you going to before you go into the theater, according to this article, before you go into the theater, are you going to sit your girl down and go, hey, there's going to be some language in there. You're going to hear the word dead. Now let
What's up,
me
Tommy?
explain what that means before we go into this theater, because
okay, I can't speak for other parents. My daughter
What's up,
knows
Justin?
school about knows school about death and all of that. We've had to have that topic many times because my father passed away when she was 3 months, and the family members or whatnot on both sides. But she also watches YouTube, and there's a lot of weird language in that stuff. So I'm
well,
not
God,
worried
she's
about
probably
it.
heard more stuff than we have.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, guaranteed. I mean, her dad's family, they're all truck drivers. She's heard a lot more language than than most kids have. I'm not worried about her hearing the word dead. Hello, Tommy. And yes, I saw
So, Justin, what's up?
Hi, what are we talking about?
Well, I'm saving the big news because PB is got to be in here, and it's related to Star Wars. So if I drop the bomb now, he's going to probably kill me in real life. But we're talking about my secondary story, and apparently the critics have come out and they've said there was a shocking development in the new Frozen, and it made me actually want to go and see this because they said that when Olaf, the little cute snowman, is narrating, like recapping the events of the first Frozen. Are you ready for this, Justin? He uses the word dead in a sentence to describe Elsa's dead parents. That bastard.
All right.
And the critics are saying that we should emotionally brace our children and that they bring the concepts of death to the forefront. And how are the kids going to deal with this?
Kidding me? Bringing our kids to the forefront of death? Do they not see the goddamn Lion King? Did not see Bambi? Is this revolutionary? No. What is the big deal? What is the big deal about this Frozen shit? Okay, it's in the snow. Who cares? What is the big deal about this?
No, there are actually a lot of parents that will fast forward through Bambi's mother.
Well, they're fucking pussies. They're pussies that they will if they're both gone. What's the kid gonna do? Learn it the hard way? May as well show them.
Yes, but you see, they'll completely skip over it in that first 10, 20 minutes in Finding Nemo.
Oh fuck yeah!
Oh yeah, they'll skip over all this stuff. That way the child doesn't get introduced to the concept of death through a soft medium like a cartoon. No, that way they can learn about it the natural way when Grandpa died.
Well, no, I mean that's not entirely true. I'm kind of. I see where you're coming from, but maybe I misheard you. But it seemed like they found out the natural way through Finding Nemo.
No, the way I look at it is honestly, I would have liked to approach it this way with my kids, but as we get introduced as kids, we're supposed to get introduced to it through a softer medium, like the Disney movies, because that it's a gentler blow than Grandpa fell asleep and he's not waking back up.
What happened to the good old days where they would ask, hey, what happened to Rover, the family pet? Oh, he went to the farm in the sky.
That's lying. That's bullshit. No. But I understand it was a soft way. It was a soft way of telling young children and introducing them to what death really is.
Mm-hmm.
the cease and desist. It's the non-existent. Once was here, now not, and it goes with everything. But you know what? For me, this, if this is the first introduction to death with your kids, then that's fucking sad. You need to show them more Disney movies.
You know what's funny, Proper?
The dead mom, the dead mom, the dead dad, the dead dad, and then the dead mom again. Name those movies in the chat.
I'm just trying to figure out where the one where the mom is alive.
Huh?
Yeah, I don't think any of the Disney movies there's only the mom is alive, not the dad.
No, that's not true.
And I mean, look at that movie Onwards that's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
That movie, the dad is dead, and then they bring him back to life.
Oh, and let's not forget about Up.
Yeah,
I just talked about that.
Mm-hmm. Let's not forget about Up. Let's not forget about Inside Out.
No, Bambi's mom does not see through.
Does not see through what? Your bullshit.
Generation Productions just said
your panties.
Bambi is the one.
See through what? What are you talking about?
Bambi's mom does not make it through the movie.
Oh, I thought you said see through. Does not make. I thought. I don't know.
Nope.
I mixed up the words, and I was like, "What? See through what?" What are you? Yeah, Disney loves death culture, says Pert Minded.
Yeah, I agree.
Up was started 6 feet under.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
yeah.
She does end up see through. Yes, Wookie. Bambi's mom does end up see through. You can see right through her.
Ends up see through. Yeah. Well, technically, she becomes a Force ghost. Before. Does she not? I don't remember the movie. Does she come back?
No, she doesn't come back as a Force ghost. She comes back as burgers.
I thought she came back as deer burgers.
Yeah, baby burgers, venison.
Can you cook me some
Yummy.
and then send it to California? That would be great.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
A little glitchy, but yes.
Yes, what?
Can we hear you? Can we hear Zod?
Try talking.
He just did.
Can you hear me?
Let's hear him again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now? How about now?
Yes.
When you're saying yeah,
How about the other time?
I do not think Proper can hear you. Either that or it's from ourselves.
You can't hear me, Proper?
He's been talking the whole time?
Yeah, he's been talking.
Okay.
He said a couple times, "Can you hear me?"
Interesting. Mm-hmm. Zod, can you say something again?
He did not say nothing. And
good. All right, now he's
Can you
back.
hear me now? Hello? Oh, you son of a bitch!
Hey, we did not. We basically communicated that via the mind. Oh, that silent communication works real good.
Jesus.
The bears, you two bears get along so well. Love it. Thank you for being team players.
Hey,
the the internet.
Yeah, the other I don't know. I think you were live, and I was at my brother-in-law took me out for a little belated birthday party celebration, and I stopped by buddies, and we threw some darts. Had a beer. I think you guys might have been live, or it might have been canceled. I can't remember which.
Okay. The puppy is heading to bed.
The puppy? Oh.
Husky.
Oh, okay, dog. Good night.
Good night, cybernetic husky.
Would you?
You wanted to ask me a question?
Nope.
You sure?
Yes.
I am not entirely convinced.
Biden, we're waiting for PB to be actually on the panel.
All right,
Yeah.
PB, get in here.
I think Zod is having technical difficulties. Or
That is technical.
Hello, Terrence. How are you? It's great to see
No, I'm talking
you,
to my mom.
fellow
Hold on a second.
human.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, General Zod as a mom. How nice.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what that's like. Tremaine, Terrence, thank you for being here, fellow human, as I was saying.
indeed. Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, Generation Productions. Very nice to see you. Hello. I've seen your channel. You're very British. I like it.
Lovely.
Top 5 Disney films of all time. Okay. I
You gonna join us?
would say, does that include Pixar?
Love you too.
Does
Oh,
that include Pixar films? I consider them under the Disney blanket. If not, that's a whole different list. No, Star Wars doesn't count, Bear. Oh,
And we have, what's up, Tim? Good to see you.
he's not in the chat.
Yeah, yes, I see him right here. It says Justin Proper. I hope you're
not-
doing well.
He's not. Oh, I thought you were saying he was in the stream. I said chat, didn't I?
No, because
Damn it. Yeah. Okay.
no, I would like to get him on the stream, but I don't know how to do it from here.
Yes, Perp, I know they all have all the Indiana Jones movies, and I love it. Absolutely love it. Disney Plus does not get them. Not yet. Not for a very long time. Not for a long time. But someone was asking the top 5 Disney films. I would say The Lion King. If I can include Pixar, then Toy Story 2 is there. And then
You're welcome.
Snow White, Pinocchio, and my gosh, probably Peter Pan. Those are easy ones. What are your top 5 Disney films, guys?
Ultimate favorite, Cinderella.
This was
Ooh, that's a good one.
Snow White has to be in there because the one that started it all. And you know, it's almost always one of the first ones you see as a kid. At least it was in my case.
Which
It was
one?
the first one. Snow White.
It's hard to hear you.
Sorry, cheap headset. I need to get a new one.
Oh, it's okay.
Cinderella is definitely my favorite. Snow White would have to be second, or tied second with Sleeping Beauty because Maleficent is my favorite villain. Lately, Moana. Cannot get enough of those songs. I'm trying to think. What would be my fifth? I'm gonna go with Robin Hood. Haven't seen it. It's still one of my favorites.
No, Hammer. I never saw The Sword in the Stone.
That is a good animation.
I'm pretty sure I know what that is.
It's a good animation.
A good one too. Yes.
It's up there. One of my favorites is The Black Cauldron.
Dang it.
If I may,
I should have mentioned that one.
If I
And
may,
the other one is the one that Hammer just mentioned, Sword in the Stone.
Yeah, Dumbo. That's another one I should have mentioned because Baby Mine is the nightly bedtime song.
All right, fine. I'll switch out Toy Story 2 with Aladdin. Does that make it better? Now that we're all talking about Disney films now, not Pixar, Disney.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Really quick, Terrence, if you're still in the chat, buddy,
Infinity War, PB. What the fuck? That's not a. That doesn't count.
Hey,
no,
hold on a second.
Disney films, not Marvel films.
Marvel is
Hold
Disney,
on a second.
man.
Terrence, if you are in the chat, buddy, send me your email address and I will click on it and then
how can he do
send
that?
you a link. You can put it on my put it in
in the chat,
in the YouTube thingy.
The YouTube thingy.
Yeah.
PB
is right.
Are
you drunk? What is what?
You know, the thing you were just driving.
The thingy. Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, Justin, but he was driving when he first started.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that. No excuses. No excuses. No mercy.
GP, I'm not reading that one. But yes, PB is right. Marvel movies do count.
Any Disney movie with your mom in it. LOL jokes. Yeah. May she may she rest peacefully. She was wonderful. So thank you.
Okay.
Faces of Death. Oh God, Wookie. That's not even.
I would love to take that old VHS and throw in, the Disney logo at the beginning, like the old school one. That's like on VHS, and then animating in the credits. All thanks to the Walt Disney Company for providing this. It'd be great. Great idea. Thanks, Wookie.
So yeah, this thing with Frozen, another symptom of these critics. Also another thing I wanted to bring up is apparently the other big thing that got them in a tizzy is that they split up the two powerful, strong females to have their own quests and, do the story thing where they go on an adventure and they find out stuff about themselves, the journey, the little things that they used to do when they told a story. Remember that? When the hero would go through the journey and, maybe they failed, but they learned something in their failure. Well, apparently they think it's traumatic because it's breaking up the dynamic of the two sisters, and it's not showing a strong enough bond between these two powerful women. Oh my God. How could they do this to the women?
It's the whole premise of the movie, that where they're going is actually connected with Elsa's powers.
I know, Matt, but I'm so sad because I'm not going to see two women together beating up men. What am I going to do?
Beating up men? What?
They don't beat up men in there.
They don't do any of that. What kind of weird porno are you watching?
I'm sorry, I was watching my copy of Captain Marvel.
You seriously just said beat off men? Like, what the fuck? Did I mishear you?
Proper,
please tell me I misheard you.
Proper bitch, she just corrected you and said you were improper. In the first Frozen, she did punch a guy.
What?
I was the one that said they don't beat up men. But
you said beat off men. Like, what the fuck?
No, I said beat up.
Perp, we're talking about Frozen and Frozen 2 in particular.
God, I was gonna say, and then you were saying Bitchy Unicorn was correcting me. I'm like, oh, was I wrong? And she said, oh no, she beat up men in the first one. I'm like, what?
Okay.
No, we weren't talking about that, but now we're off that.
It was Anna that punched Hans, and it doesn't really count because he was a dingus anyway.
No, just because someone's a dingus doesn't mean they deserve to be. Okay, I stand corrected.
No, man, he was kind of a douchebag.
Okay.
I'm a fan of the belief that Hans was manipulated by the trolls.
There's a huge difference between a dingus and a douchebag. Dingus is just like a dummy, but
Matt, I'm gonna have to disagree with you. Don't be talking ill about my trolls. I love those trolls.
But no, if you go back and watch the movie, and I've seen it enough times, he shows all the signs of genuinely being interested in her and in love with her, right up until she gets back. The whole thing after the trolls go about, the marriage is just a thing that could be fixed.
I can't believe I'm gonna say this. I gotta go and watch the first one again.
Go watch the first one. Like when she walks off, he does that. Hey, she's so sweet. I really kind of like her smile. And there's nobody watching. She's not seeing that, so there's no reason for him to be doing that.
Interesting.
Go back and watch it with that in mind.
Because the first time I watched
his mind got manipulated by the troll.
Yeah, when I first watched it, I just had that stupid "Let It Go" song played 15 times when I used to listen to the radio, and then I heard it in the movie, and I totally went into rage mode. And I'm like, I hate this movie. I hate snowmen. I hate winter. Why the fuck am I watching this? And I'm like, oh yeah, I have a kid, and I'm stuck here. Thank God this is only an hour. Like if Frozen had a 2-hour runtime, I would say I'm out. Cause I can barely do an hour and a half of that.
So did you already see the movie?
We're gonna do it 2 hours.
Did you already see Frozen 2?
No, I'm going with someone that I really want to see it tomorrow. God, she's so lucky. I love her because this is like the equivalent of me just saying fuck it and taking a spork and sticking it into my eye and then digging my eye out and turning it back around.
Both of you, no eye stuff. Not you, not Wookie. No eye stuff.
What about ice cream?
No eye stuff.
Is ice cream okay?
No gouging out eye stuff, okay?
What about ice cream?
Ice cream's fine. No gouging out eye stuff, though.
Okay. We'll gouge out other people's eyes, if that makes you feel better.
No eyes. No eyes. No gouging out eyes. Just ice cream.
Perp, you're tripping. I do not have "Let It Go" on my ringtone, you son of a bitch.
Can we call him?
You guys are giving Bitchy and ideas. She just said she's going to buy me a shirt that says "Let It Go."
Do it.
Yes, and it's going to be like Zod letting go, like the Star Wars trilogy. Goodbye. It's all over the franchise.
Nope, we're not going to talk about that yet because I've got big news, and I'll spoil a little bit of it right now so to entice PB to get on here. But it is about Star Wars and its future. Some news that I've got from a pretty reputable source.
Pretty reputable. What?
I'm going to ignore the chat until you guys stop talking about that stuff. Okay.
E. Kenobi says, remove the eyes and replace it with ice cream in the sockets.
No, seriously, that is a line with me. I will leave.
Huh?
Yeah. People, don't put that stuff on there. We don't want the bear to go into hibernation.
Oh, what I just said, or?
Ow.
Wait, what? Did I miss something?
Loud.
Hold on. Okay, there we go.
Okay, I was saying, Steve Kenobi says, Remove the eyes and replace it with ice cream in the sockets. No? No takers? Stig, maybe if you said it, it would get a laugh.
No, it wouldn't. I've had an eye injury.
Okay, all right, we're done.
Yeah, I've had an eye injury as well.
I did too.
Yep. Well, with me, I was 16, doing what 16-year-olds do when they're down fishing at the creek building fires,
Do we really need, do we want to hear this?
I don't need the details. I was in grade 4.
No, I imagine a hook being involved, so no.
No.
Yeah, we're going to end that there.
Yeah.
So, with I just got the track. Oh, so then, moving on from snow,
yes, can we please? I wish it didn't exist down here in the United States where everything should be sunny and beautiful. Now it's going to be dark and white and snowy. It's cold.
Oh my God, Terrence!
Hi, Terrence.
Really?
Yep. How you doing?
Hello,
Hey,
human.
Yep. How you doing? Yep.
Yeah,
Good.
let's go.
So, Terrence, let me ask you something. Are you planning, being the avid moviegoer that you are you planning on seeing Frozen 2?
Oh yeah. Because when I saw the first one, I was like, oh, let me see what this is about. And then while I was watching it, I actually was enjoying it, and I imagined myself in the snow and singing "Let It Go" and the whole nine.
Oh. God damn it!
Yeah,
That song infects everyone. God, am I the only one in mute? It's because I'm Kryptonian. That's what it is.
No, you're not alone. I've never seen the movie, hated the song, and hate the people who enjoy it, so you're good.
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry, but you gotta understand that song is addictive. Like for no reason, it just makes no sense.
It is. There's a heavy metal version that is off the hook.
I
Stig,
gotta hear that
Hey,
one,
what's
man.
up, Stig?
Yep.
Yeah. Seriously, you gotta go check it out. Yeah, heavy metal. Let It Go. Hey, Steve.
Awesome. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Sorry.
Yep. Hello.
Hello there.
Hello.
So I've got a question for the two new panelists. In the movie, they apparently use the phrasing "dead" in the narrative, and all of the critics are going crazy about this, and the fact that they're talking about death, and they're not just talking about it, but they're actually like verbally expressing what's happening. And I want to get your guys' opinion.
Which
not
movie is this?
Frozen 2?
Okay. Maybe they need to chill.
That was great. Terrence, what do you think about them critiquing this and using a negative for wording in a film?
It's just one of those 2019 approaches. I'm like, oh, here we go again, because yesterday morning it was cold as hell, Zod, and I was thinking about death myself because I thought I was going to freeze to death. So you got to talk about these things, and for it to be a problem, like, what did he say? Did he just mention death? Edit it out of the movie. Hurry up! It's like, no, man, that's part of it. Like sometimes characters die, or they face the idea of death, and then they gotta, find over that of their family or friends. I'm like, I don't see a problem. This is just silly to me.
Thank you. I couldn't agree more. Also, they are up in arms because they said that the movie has lost its magic because in the film they separate the two sisters to have their own adventure and grow as characters and blah blah blah. And they
Where's
say
the source?
This is a hold on. I'll pull up the article. I'll send it to you proper because I can't screen share.
Oh, I'm not guaranteed to screen share. I'm just gonna laugh at it.
There's plenty of Disney movies that have touched on the concept of death. I mean, you have the king dies and the princess to do something and to become a worthy king, and it's all over the place in those fairy tales, and even in Snow White, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And Bambi.
Yep. You just got to sit them down, Stig. Like, did you forget the history of all your movies or something? Like, should I play them all for you, or?
Did you when Bambi's dad gets shot?
Yeah.
Dad? Wait, what?
Or was it the
mom?
mom?
It's the mom. Which is correct, because when you're hunting, you go for the buck, not the doe.
Yeah, but the police investigated that, and because they found the body and they figured out it was a Jane Doe.
What? Boo! Boo!
Oh, that was good. Oh,
I
Tommy.
can't pull up.
Yeah, that was good.
Hold on, Tommy. Never mind.
I can't pull up
the
my,
tire. Man bun with frozen half shirt in pink with sky blue capris, bobby socks, bowling shoes, and purple lipstick.
Oh yeah, that is sexy. How did he know what I had? That's kind of creepy, actually. Tommy, have you been going through my wardrobe? That's like my Tuesday work outfit.
Zod, I wanted to remind you that we still have to have our 10-hour discussion.
Oh yeah. When we get done with this, man, send me your email so that way, or actually put it in the private chat, and then I'll have it, and I can write it down and keep it somewhere so that I can send you the link, and then I'll have to figure out how to do that through StreamYards. Because, Zod and technology.
Right. I mean, I guess it doesn't help that I don't have a Twitter. I know humans keep telling me, you gotta get a Twitter. Yeah, I know.
If you did a Twitter, man, I'd just send you a DM.
Oh, geez, just thinking about that. Terrence has no idea what I look like.
No.
He doesn't see any of my pictures.
He has no idea what I look like either.
Well, nobody has any idea what you look like.
You look like Ewan.
I know what he looks like. He looks like Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Well, Stig, you did show me a picture of you, and Mads, I think I seen you one time in a live stream.
Okay.
There it is.
Wow, he does kind of look like him a little. Yeah.
No, I don't.
Told you. I don't know what's so funny about it. Is there something you want to say, Zod?
No, I was just thinking he looks exactly like Obi-Wan Kenobi. God. I'm thinking of that theory. You know how they say that there's always someone in the world that looks like you?
I think he looks like a Swede.
Fuck you proper. Fuck you and the uncle next to you.
Oh my God, and Stig never swears proper. You look like
Stig.
Oh, hi, Matt.
Golden rule, never call a Norwegian a Swede.
Yep.
Since we're on the topic of death anyway.
Yeah, that is true. You don't do that.
Mads, you look lovely. How are you?
Doing okay.
All right.
Hello, darling.
Ew! Who the fuck is that?
Looking lovely. Yeah.
Hey, Zod, did you shave your head recently?
Oh my God! Who is that scrotum we're looking at?
Yep, Zod. Yeah, I'm gonna have to throw on some clothes first.
I'd like you better with the hair and the leather jacket in the dojo.
How many videos have you done topless and you're worried about clothes?
Oh no, it's just when you're completely in the nude, I think the video will get flagged. So, yep.
How do they know? How do they know?
Oh, you know, the camera's positioned. The camera's positioned.
I was going to say well positioned.
Well, not if you can see it.
Oh, speaking of which,
just so long as you don't do the windmill thing, I think we'll be fine.
Oh my god! How the fuck can I see? How the hell, like, am I allowed to see like a penectomy being performed on YouTube, but I can't see like one that's perfectly fine? What the what? What the fuck?
I did not know you could pull that stuff up on YouTube.
You can, like, because it's surgery and educational or something.
We apparently search very different things.
No, I'm just saying. Like, I was interested in surgery at some point. I was thinking of being a doctor until I realized I was too stupid to be a doctor, and it would be a very bad idea.
So then we all decided to become YouTubers.
So you wanted to be a surgeon, precisely?
No, not exactly.
You didn't cut it?
No, I just figured that if I was failing science in the 3rd grade, then maybe I should not be a scientist in any regard. I should not go into sciences at all. Hi, Miss Sarcastic Nerd. Nice to see you.
So, speaking of which, let me get to my 3rd topic before I stall for the news, because PB is fucking here.
Yeah, I just realized you've been stalling.
Yeah, this whole
Miss,
stream
how
has
did you
been weird.
know? Miss, how did you know? Oh God.
So, my 3rd thing I want to talk about, in a big topic, and YouTube may pull me down for this one, but fuck it, this is what we do. YouTube. Let's talk about YouTube. Does anyone have any ideas as to what is going on with them? I watched a thing on Odin's channel, and apparently he got a flag for language. But if anyone's watched Odin, if you can find me a video where he cusses, then I will give you $100.
Oh, he does. He does swear.
Not often,
no,
though.
not
Are
much.
you serious?
Serious.
Zod.
Yeah, serious.
Will you give me $100 if I find a video of him swearing?
It's not common, put it that way.
No.
Will you, Zod? I will show you one.
Well, I can give you an IOU because Bitchy takes my money.
Maybe I'll just ask Bitchy. just rob you one night. Anyways, the point is he doesn't really curse very often.
So Odin got flagged on a video for saying something, and their exact terms was that the stream wasn't child appropriate. So I figured we'd talk about what is this new thing, and I got a notification too where you have to certify your videos or something and put whether or not they're appropriate for children viewing.
To be fair, probably none of your videos are.
No,
I've given up for you. You get comments. If you make adult content, you get advertisements. Man, if it's made for kids, oof. Nope.
So I want to go down the line, and my question is, how do you think going forward this is going to affect channels? I know that I have no hope of ever getting monetized, so fuck you, YouTube. But let's go to Bear, Bear, the triple.
Well,
I'll
you
say
know
triple.
along with that, they also issued new terms of service, and basically you have to click the OK, or that thing was not going to go away. The banner was just going to stay there until you click the OK, and you have to agree to the terms of service. And the other thing with whether you click it for safe for kids or not safe for kids, I click not safe for kids for all my content because I'm not exactly super clean on the language. I'm pretty decent, but you know, there's an F word here, maybe asshole here or shit there. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I clicked not for kids, and there was talk saying that maybe they were going to switch it on you if they thought that it was. I've also heard people say that they're not going to do that, but basically, let's wait and see. I say, so let's wait for the proof. That's
interesting.
Okay. PB is asking where the Streamlab link is.
StreamYard.
It's in the bridge crew.
Well, PB is asking.
Yes.
He just sent me the link.
It's also Group, it's also in our group chat.
You had it from before, here. PB.
The Mad Mama Bear +2 in there. That's where the link is. And
I feel as if he's trolling me.
Here.
I think he is.
He's probably messing with you.
I said lab, not yard, jackass.
Okay, but I'm not doing Streamlab, PB, so at this point, I don't know why you're yelling at me.
Just click it.
He's practicing.
StreamYard only allows 6 people in. One of us has to make room for.
Oh, for donating.
It'd be nice to see them to expand that a little bit.
Yeah, he's talking about Streamlabs for donating. Mm-hmm. I knew what he meant.
Okay, I just threw this up.
Okay. Yeah, and that's why I said earlier, Zod does not like making money.
What you do is you get yourself a PayPal link and then you put it in the chat.
Streamlab. God, now I'm doing it. Streamlab makes the dancing thing pop up, and it should be like zing. But Zod probably doesn't have that set up anymore.
No, that's good to know. That's Streamlab. I set up.
To be honest, I'm confused.
Are you taking my line?
Oh, sorry about that. You can say hello there once.
I'll save it for later.
Looky, I'm not reading that one.
No. Poor.
Or get a sponsor.
Maybe on the inside, but definitely not on the outside. PB, yes. Highlight that comment immediately, Zod. Highlight it. Do you know how to highlight a comment, Zod?
No.
On the phone. Is Zod even here right now? Why are we here if Zod is not even going to grace us with his presence?
There's a message in the chat from Miss Sarcastic Nerd. I'm going to read it aloud. No one could ever get as confused and lost as proper outside of a sexually charged nun.
Well, it's better out than in, depending on the nun.
Well, it's none of my business.
John then Post. I heard Zod had an announcement, and holy poop, way too many people in the panel right now. And I'm also going to say thank you for for somebody actually having one that I can read without having to change words.
Zod, you have failed the stream again and again and again with arrows shooting at the sky. And now we have taken over his channel because General Zod is too lazy to be here right now and does not want to be with us because he is getting a fellatio from a unicorn. Again. Unless he says otherwise.
I think it's more like technical difficulties.
Probably.
Because you know how.
Are
you serious? Did you? It was a joke.
I know.
Thank you. You rude bastard.
Hey, I had a daddy. He was there.
I wish I had a daddy.
Miss seems to be harassing that PB fellow in the chat.
It's okay. Give it a few.
She doesn't say fuck you. She says, "Oh, excuse me." I don't mean to interrupt. It just
that's the thing, though. Miss never said fuck you. Ever.
I've never seen her.
But she does say
let alone say it.
Oh, hold up.
She's told me to fuck myself a few times.
Did you do it?
No.
Then it doesn't count.
Not when she asked.
Then it doesn't count.
Okay, on that thought, super chat. The top 4 films of the year are Joker, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, The Irishman, and The Lighthouse. Thoughts?
I've seen one of those movies. The Irishman is... Wait, that is on Netflix now.
What was the first one?
Well,
Joker.
Yes, it's...
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, The Irishman, and The Lighthouse.
I watched the Joker last week. I watched the Joker last week for the first time. I thought it was great.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for my copy.
Yeah,
it's coming November 27th.
Oh, no. We can sometimes do things a little differently up here. I believe PB refers to it as alt viewing. We can alt viewing DVD.
Yeah, all of those are great. I just haven't seen The Irishman yet.
I've seen previews for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and what little I've seen of it, it kind of reminds me of a throwback to Burt Reynolds movies.
Yeah, there's a little bit of that mix in there.
Yeah, and I love those Burt Reynolds movies, those car chases and the stuff they did with cars. Just that stuff was awesome. I love that about those movies, and I wish they would make more.
Cannonball Run was, they could do remakes of that without messing with the original. It's just pure fun.
Yeah, just fun movies, and I love pretty much every Burt Reynolds movie that involved a car going fast. It's great stuff. And I think my one of my favorites is Gator's one of them. A couple other where White Lightning, about basically moonshine running and stuff like that. Love those movies.
Hello, Word and Audio Melon.
Where did Zod go?
Who gives a fuck?
I see the super chat, my sarcastic nerd. Somebody else will have to read it though.
All right, he's back and then he's gone again.
He went blip.
Yeah, there's a super chat. It says, "Proper is also a fuck."
Thank you.
Hello.
Where was the super chat?
Oh, it's in the chat.
I filled up a bit.
I think
Super
Mist might be
chat.
overtired.
I don't see that from her.
It's up a bit.
Oh, that's it.
There you go.
Stieg just made it up. It doesn't exist.
No.
No, it's there.
Yeah. But the chat is going quite fast actually today.
We actually have 18 people in the chat. So.
Okay, and Zod still isn't here.
Yes,
he is.
Directly below it.
Oh, you are?
PB saying, I know Curtis, I need a coma. So many people on the internet. Hammer, all four fantastic. Johnson, close. Only Joker and Lighthouse are fantastic. And then there's a plug from Tommy for Miss Sarcastic Nerds channel.
Yes.
Directly below this.
Yeah, no, that super chat doesn't exist.
It does exist.
No, it doesn't. Read my super chat and respond, good sir. That's it.
No, the super chat, it's further up.
Oh, Hammer.
No, I don't believe you. No, you're bullshitting.
I will take a screenshot of it.
Nope. It's not real. It does not exist.
Yeah, it says super chat. The top 4 films of the year are Joker, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, The Irishman, and Lighthouse. Thoughts?
Oh, that one.
Yeah. Welcome back.
No, I thought it was. Steve confused me.
What?
He said like, "Hey, there's a super chat. It says proper is a fuck."
I just took a screenshot of it. Yes, that one exists. I took a screenshot.
I don't believe you. Imagine if I get it, and it's in the fandom zone, and it's from Matt. It'd be great. It'd be great if it turns out that it was you who sent it.
Nope, I'm a sarcastic nerd.
Yeah. Now she wants you kicked off proper.
Sure.
Sushi.
Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So my follow-up question to that question. YouTube and the bullshit, Triple Barrel laid it out for us. I don't know what to make of this. I have been following them with the plugging. There's been several things going on in this platform. And now we have this thing where you have to basically reestablish terms of service, because we've already established terms of service when you first apply for YouTube, right? When you first sign in, get your email, whatever, start creating content. So what is YouTube going for here? Are they trying to force creators to go in the route of providing entertainment for children? Are they trying to establish what is entertainment for children? I mean, this seems like another play for censorship, or another way of getting other people noticed over the smaller YouTubers. Maybe it's conjecture that I'm doing here. Maybe I got my tinfoil hat on, but who here feels like this is just another bullshit way of holding down the smaller content creators and, kiboshing some of the bigger voices? Because I mean,
I don't think it's about that at all.
What do you think?
I think with all the trigger words and invented bad words that have popped up lately, I think it has to do with the election, so they can ban people who they don't like easier.
Exactly. Plus, the Federal Trade Commission came down on them.
Yeah. They're gonna just use it to ban people for hate speech, who just says a wrong word.
They're not gonna necessarily, I'm going to use a metaphor, they're not necessarily going to ban people for hate speech. They're going to ban people for hate speak.
Yeah.
So in other words, anybody that speaks their mind, whether you do it in a coherent, nice way, they're going to go after you more than likely.
Yeah.
And the big fish are going to be probably targets.
YouTube did this during the primaries 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
When they're
just trying to monitor and control you. That's all.
Yeah, it's all about the election.
And I'm not voting for any of those jackasses.
And I mean, here's the thing. Any of our channels or the ones that seem to be getting hit, we're not political channel. I mean, I've talked politics from time to time. I enjoy politics, but I've stayed purposely, I've skated around that arena very delicately because I know how quick it is to be put under that spotlight. But now this seems like not only a tentpole to ban those channels that they want to get rid of already, but it seems like a way of also controlling people. And it's also kind of funny that this shit happens to come out, and maybe this is more conspiracy theories, but we got Star Wars coming out and things like that, and with the way that other films have been hit, it's kind of a little bit odd that now we're seeing all of these things coming from YouTube.
Well, Zod, I'll tell you this. I marked my channel under "It's Not for Children" because that's what I had to do. But I just say and do whatever I want all the time, and I'm like one of those individuals to where if you're gonna come down on me or try to bring problems my way, I will deal with them accordingly if or when it happens. But I need not worry about the reactions of humans, whether they're going to, I'm going to flag it or I'm going to dislike it or this and that. I'm like, do what you got to do, human. I'm still going to do what I'm going to do. It's just very simple to
me. And, this speaks to the fact, people, everyone that's watching, 18 viewers, thank you very much. But everyone who's watching, this is important because, I like to think, people bullshit on my channel. We have fun here in the chat, but could you imagine a censored me? I can't ever fucking get monetized. If they tell me, all right, listen, we'll monetize you, but you got to get rid of half of your content because all of Late Night Talks is going. There's no way any of those are going to get monetized.
Zod, don't count yourself out, man, because I'm monetized. If I can get monetized with all the stuff that I say, there's a chance for you. Trust me.
I mean, and this is the kind of bullshit that made me start my channel. Look, we deal with PC culture. You can't pick up a fucking newspaper or listen to a reputable source anymore. That's why people are turning to content creators. And it's really fascinating that YouTube has a chance. They have a chance to be different.
That's why they want it gone, because it's bad for one of the parties.
Miss Sarcastic Nerd said, Zod, you would lose 90% personality if you got censored. Yes. The YouTube, you know what? Fuck it. If YouTube sent me a letter and they said, we will give you full sponsorship, we will make General Zod a household name again. It would be the slogan would be great again, right? If they said, we will push you to the forefront, you can have dinners with Jeremy Johns. Jeremy Johns, if you're watching this, I love you. Come on my channel. Anyways,
exactly, Mark.
You will be
exactly.
Uh-huh.
What Mark said.
Dang,
Mark
that sounds good though, Zod. Man, full sponsorship. All these humans just wearing a T-shirt with your face on the front. that sounds amazing, but they probably want you to bend over and take it up the ass multiple times in order for that to happen. So
with sand.
Yep. And you know what? I'm not gonna do that. I said I am tired, and that's why I do the shilling and things like that. I'm tired of watching these people being hoodwinked, swindled, whatever you want to say, when they turn into a Collider or a John Campia, and they're expecting non-biased, point of view on a review. And what do they get? They get them softballing their opinions, or just they're hamming it up for whoever they're representing that week, and it's bullshit. And it's why YouTube is supposed to be a great platform, because smaller creators can get on there and they can say their feelings. If you take that away, if you take away another outlet for the people come out, and their people are tired of their voices, of the establishment bending us over a table and just ramming it right to us constantly. It's why YouTube got. I find it pretty fucking ironic. They all feel in the same exact thing, and they're just,
and you are listening to the beginnings of
these other out. What was that?
You're listening to the beginnings of the censorship of Zod, as his dial-up is failing.
It's pretty much the same that has happened in communist regimes.
Yep.
Take away the people's ability to speak their minds.
It's not just that.
It's the operating manual out of the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yes, it is.
It's not. See, it's not just that though. There's so many YouTube channels that do the doll repaints, slime videos, half the stuff I watch, just to get my brain to stop. Just that are not designed for kids, but they're going to be flagged, as being for kids just because they're repainting a doll, or it's slime, or whatever. A lot of game walkthroughs are going to get flagged. And
yeah,
hello, did you check your DM?
Also, there's been some going-ons in Hollywood lately.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen the Polygon article, 4 Ways the New Justice Department decision may radically reshape movie-going?
Ooh, do tell.
There's a thing called the Paramount Decree of 1948. They're talking about undoing it.
Okay, and for us who aren't up on that, what is this?
Basically, what that would mean is it means that corporations that make movies and production companies, they can start owning theaters. You see
that's been a thing.
It's a thing that's not allowed to happen at certain levels. And sure, Disney owns a couple different theaters that are just exclusively them, and I forget the name of it. It's mentioned in the article.
The El Capitan.
That sounds vaguely familiar. I'd have to read.
Yeah, that's the one on Hollywood Boulevard. It's owned by Disney. They have all the premieres there. It was great. I went there once. Best part about it was the presentation, the opening. The movie, unfortunately, was Thor Ragnarok, and I had to leave.
Yeah, I just put the article in the private chat. No, I'll put it in so everyone can check this out. This could be crucial.
Yeah.
Proper. Did you check your DM on Twitter?
Yes, I see it.
There you go.
Thank you. Thank you.
But I mean,
you're welcome.
I mean, and here's the thing. Okay, years and years and years ago, things were set up, they were put into place so that companies could not seize power. But we've seen a shift in 2019. We've seen actors. You guys know, we've seen actors going out and being activists. We've seen them come out and say, we will pull support. Remember that whole bullshit in Georgia, right? Saying, oh, because of their abortion law, they're going to pull up stakes. And Georgia was like, go ahead, fuck you guys. We've seen actors dipping their toes in activism. We've seen studios backing stupid plays. Like, my favorite example, Brie Larson. How many fucking stupid comments did she say a day? It was like nonstop, right? Some of them were just highlighted, but most of the time she was just fucking stupid, right? But the studio stepped back, didn't say nothing, right? So they're allowing this behavior to go on. And now they're starting to make moves to seize control, and Disney in particular, right, positioning themselves. And hell, I mean, we can even throw Netflix in the mix because they want to get their hands into being in theaters, right? So they're talking about buying places to show their films. And it's like, where does it end? And now you have YouTube that's bending the knee. Yes, Game of Thrones reference. They're bending the knee to these fucking companies.
I'm pretty sure bending the knee was used in movies before Game of Thrones.
Yeah, way before that show.
Yeah, but I always use Game of Thrones. Anyways,
just like to point that out that it's not exactly accurate. There's been movies about the Dark Ages and stuff like that made before.
Zod, you know that 2019 is the year of sensitive humans. That's why all this crap is happening.
And Terrence, you've seen some of these things, and we've talked about woke culture, and look, they are pushing these narratives hard, but the narratives are failing and the cracks are showing. But me and my dad talked about this. Papa Zod, the elder Zod, the man who taught me what I know about film, and he's even made an observation. And I want to get you guys' opinions on this because I truly think that the experience of going to the movies is going to die out. And I think that streaming and all of the different avenues that these companies are taking are going to be the thing that kills it. Because look at the slate of movies. And then I can even back up some of these statistics by being in the theater, okay? It used to be $5 Tuesday, man, would be packed. But with the recent movies we've had, the only time it got busy in the theater so far has been for Joker and Ford versus Ferrari and Midway. But if you just had, say, Charlie's Angels release, Terminator Dark Fate, and the other crap that came out, right? They're empty. Like, after people saw Joker, it was dead. I mean, Monday, there was 2 people in one cinema for Charlie's Angels. 2. The whole day.
Zod, why is that movie so terrible? Oh.
Yes, I know. I was one of the people who gave it. I think I gave it a pretty fair review. But I mean, they are releasing these terrible movies, and they don't realize they're fucking over the theaters because you are flooding the market with these generic, they say, popcorn flicks, and you're killing business. Like, for instance, take Star Wars. Don't fool yourself. It's going to do good. It's going to do good, I predict, for the first 2 weeks or so, just for where it's placed, okay? And you got Jumanji or whatever else. But after the hype dies down for those, what do you have? You have Cats and something else. I don't even know what else.
Cats looks like trash.
Has no competition, but you know what? There are weeks where there is still no competition, and yet no one wants to go to the theater because they either already saw it and they don't need to see it again, or it was a piece of shit.
I mean, and you guys could probably, most of us are older here on the panel, or maybe I'm just talking about myself, but I could remember you'd go to the mall, and then the mall had a theater built in, right? You go to the arcades, you go to the food court, and then you go, hey, let's go see a movie with your friends. And that'd be the Friday night hangout, man. Friday and Saturday used to be the jump off for going to the theaters. Y'all get together, you bullshit with your friends, throwing on some food, go and see a movie. And now Go to a theater Friday and Saturday night and tell me that you see the same value that you'd see in 1998, 99, 2000.
Well, yeah, but it did. But back then, it also didn't cost you your firstborn.
True.
Yeah, you didn't have to like, use your entire check. No. Oh
But
man, it's different.
Yeah, but let's analyze why. Because they had to drive up the prices because no one's going to see the movies that are coming out. And the only way that the movie theater makes money is on concessions. Now, if your concessions isn't making money, then you have to drive up this price on the concessions. And then that leads to, oh no, the concessions isn't making money. So now we got to up the ticket price to offset the concessions not making enough to sustain the theater, because the theater does not make money off of the tickets. The ticket sales go to the companies that give you the movie. So what are you making the money on? You're making it on beer, you're making it on snacks, you're making it on whatever your theater offers.
Yeah, on the overpriced beer and snacks that people ought to just sneak in to begin with.
Yeah, Zod, that don't make no sense, the prices that they have for the concessions. Like, just to get a hot dog and a bag of popcorn is like $3,000. Like, it makes no sense. I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
What kind of movie theater are you going to? It costs $3,000.
I'm exaggerating. The point is that it costs too much money.
Like, you must be in Los Angeles as well. It costs that much. Oh,
absolutely, I am.
with the prices between the movie and the concessions, I mean, they should at least offer a side price of lube, because a date, you better be giving up some pretty serious stuff.
Yeah.
And I just want to highlight something Mark F said. He said, at General Zod's Phantom Zone, you're spot on. I'm a good example of that. We don't see movies because it costs me $100+ to take my wife and kids to a movie now. If you have a family, good God, I feel you, Mark. I feel you. And I get in for free. I'm still getting fucked over by concessions because my daughter, of course, she goes and she's like, Dad, can we get some Twizzlers? Can we get a slushie? Can we get some popcorn? Can we get some milk duds? I'm like, baby, the popcorn's free. You're going to have to fucking sneak in milk duds. Dad doesn't have the money. Come on.
The hammer. In certain parts of the country, like Los Angeles, there's no such thing as $5 anything.
No,
Eric Cartman is correct. Anything that's fun costs at least $8. Even then, it increased to like 18. And even then, that's just an accessory to the fun thing. Anyways, continue. Yes, Hammer. Yeah, I actually gave $20 for my first screening. Oh wait, 2 screenings? What the? I understand.
Yeah.
Come on, it was Joker.
Well, Zod, you know me, man. Like, if it's a movie, I'm gonna watch it. Like, all movies, I want to see at least one time because I'm a movie enthusiast. But like, a lot of humans, they're not gonna want to see every movie. They're just gonna want to see a couple, and a lot of them are just trash. So that's all they know, and they don't know about all the other good ones because they don't really care to see them.
Would you like to give some examples?
Oh, something like The Lighthouse, for example. No one's rushing out to see that, but that's like a brilliant movie.
Yeah, well, it's because it's Oscar bait movie. It's an Oscar bait film, and people don't fall for that. People don't like that.
Yeah, I know. Humans like the typical stuff. I know.
No, it's because people think that maybe people think that it's only going to be released at that time because it wants to win an award. That's it.
No, it's just a lack of interest. Like, they see the trailer and it doesn't appeal to them because it doesn't have explosions and all the fancy colors and stuff. The interest level is not there. But someone like me that's seen it, I'm like, but the performances in the movie are great. It's better than any of that typical colorful crap that you're gonna watch. If you want to get a wholesome movie.
Okay. No, I mean, I can understand that. When it comes to the trailers and the advertisement, you can't really sell something, if it is a quality product. But again, if Meryl Streep's in it and it's a movie that's going to be in November, which isn't Lighthouse, by the way. No women in that, I don't think. Are there?
Well, there was one, but I can't get into that.
Yeah, I know. I saw two. I'm not going to give anything away. But yeah, Meryl Streep's in it. I'm out. I'm like, nope, refuse. Because it's just, people know this by now. Like, they don't want to see a movie just because, it might get an award, and that's why these movies are made and released during this time, unless I'm missing some big point.
Right. Yeah. Everyone wants to make wholesome quality material, but that's not always the case. I mean, that kind of stuff is few and far in between. You get a lot more of popcorn films or just films that everyone wants to see, and it won't necessarily be good, but the interest level is there, because of maybe the cast or because of the plot or the visuals that they're showing. You have a certain kind of thing that appeals to the masses.
Yeah,
Mark F has a good point. He says, I think we'll see whether or not a trailer sells the movie after Sonic the Hedgehog. Oh, yeah. But even then, that's not necessarily a guarantee. But you know what? I'll give the movie my money if I have any at that point to spare. I mean, for sure that'd be the first movie I give for next decade. Holy fuck!
Hey, I hear you, Justin, because I'm glad they fixed Sonic. I just wish they fixed the rest of the movie. But it is what it is.
PB is coming momentarily. Excuse me, incoming.
Damn, I hope he has some tissue.
Yeah, then I could drop my my big reveal. I've been waiting for PB.
Oh my god, this all sounds dirty.
I'm waiting, PB, for you to come in.
No, this shit is getting dirty. Hold up, let me adjust this.
Oh my god, Terrence is gonna turn on his camera. Expose himself.
It looks about to be that time. Yep. Yeah, this shit is getting real dirty. Like,
Tommy put, and you got no privacy. Whoa. But yeah, so I thought this was a good topic to bring up with YouTube and everything because look, no one might not want to admit this, but it's becoming a point to where I think, honestly, I feel like in the next couple of years, you're going to see the cinema industry just die off, which is a shame because think about how many people are employed at movie theaters. And because of Hollywood. Huh? I'm holding. No? Okay.
What are we supposed to be holding on
to? So just think of I like to think of it as like a hierarchy, right? You got Hollywood up there on Mount Olympus, and they're doing dumb decisions, and they're impacting the people on the ground who are sitting there promoting their movie, and they are single-handedly destroying turnouts with this shit that they're putting out because people don't want to see it. And now you got options with Disney Plus and Hulu and Netflix and Apple and everyone and their mother coming out with a streaming service. And it's like, well, do I want to go out? Do I want to drag the kids out? Pay for all this stuff? Sit through what now? Every fucking movie's got to be 2 hours.
Samsung.
And, it's getting to a point where it's getting quite monotonous. And, oh my goodness, PB is incoming. And Generation Productions has a comment here at General Zod's Phantom Zone and at Terrence and at Justin Proper. LOL, Dr. Robotnik says the new Sonic movie will be excellent. LOL. Jokes.
Did you just say people are going to get Apple TV?
Yes.
No, that ain't happening. The only people that are getting Apple TV are the people that are getting it for air quote for free because it comes with their Apple device. Nobody's going out of their way to watch Aquaman when he can't fucking see anything.
Yeah. That, and the irony is the show is called C.
Yeah, I know, because the two little babies that he's carrying in the commercial can see.
Exactly.
The whole thing is nobody in the show can see except for the babies. They want to kill the babies to keep people blind. Because apparently when we can see, we destroy the world. But when we're blind, we won't destroy the world. We'll just destroy each other, regardless. So what's the fucking point?
Eat the babies.
Oh, God. Another eat the babies.
Hey, man, we got to save the planet somehow. And by save the planet, I mean the planet for these wackos that think that it's going to be destroyed somehow. You know what kills the most people, year-round?
What?
They freeze to
Not
death.
enough. What?
If people didn't freeze to death, so many more people would survive the winter. Just think if we warm the planet that 1 degree, all of Canada would be warm. It'd be like Florida and Canada. Everyone would be able to live there.
Oh, man.
There's a lot of land in Canada.
Man, they're talking about another polar vortex this year. I'm not looking forward to that.
You're a bear.
Doesn't mean I have to like the cold.
She's got a thin coat.
All right, so we've been saving it. We're at the hour and 46 mark, and yes, we are going to talk Star Wars because, and Justin Proper knows my source. I was watching Grace Randolph.
Oh,
and
fuck.
The lovely Grace Randolph.
Yes.
Oh my God! I guess.
And
that's
if anyone
true.
knows, her reviews might not be always the most partial.
I only watch her reviews of Twinkies.
But
she's reviewed Twinkies before.
Yeah, in a picture.
When?
Go to her Twitter and scroll down. You'll see it at some point.
Today?
It was when she went to the Zombieland opening. So
she was
from what, like a month ago?
Oh, all right. That's going to be a lot of scrolling. It better be worth it.
So, let me get to this first. So, as you guys know, she was actually in the film Zombieland. She does have connections within the Hollywood scene, and she's been doing some reporting, and has dug up some stuff. And apparently, there is news about Kathleen Kennedy, and it's quite interesting. So, as everyone knows, Kathleen Kennedy has been doing a bang-up job with Star Wars, probably the best we've seen in years. She has, by far, been a stellar beacon of hope for the franchise. And I'm being grossly sarcastic when I say this, if you couldn't tell. So, apparently, there are two options that Kathleen Kennedy is facing. And those options are either she is going to step down or Disney will fire her. Now, why Disney won't fire her is because she's a woman and she wields a lot of power, apparently. She's married to some...
She's controlling the Force.
Yeah, she's married to some rich producer guy, whatever the case is. So Kathleen Kennedy.
Oh, and Frank Marshall, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, he's a... It's not... dude, they produce together.
Right, it's a rich white guy, and she makes the sandwiches. We get it.
Come on, and
hey, I am not discounting how delicious these sandwiches are. Don't talk down about her sandwiches. What's wrong with you? Sexist.
Everyone knows that Frank makes the sandwiches.
So here's the thing.
Only because he makes them better.
So here's the thing.
Anyways.
Disney more than likely, and Iger more than likely, if he does fire Kathleen Kennedy, this produces a problem for Disney because of imaging and everything else, right? And where she's up
No, they do all kinds of cartoons and animated stuff. They don't have any imaging problems. They got like departments on departments for imaging.
So what the talk is that Miss Kathleen Kennedy is going to graciously step down, and she'll get her own company to produce that will be under the Disney umbrella. I can't wait for that. And that they have found someone to man and I do mean man, the Star Wars universe. And that's someone that's being talked about and has a high probability is John Favreau. Or Favreau.
Yep.
Favreau.
Yeah, he wants a liter of cola.
Yeah, don't get that liter of cola wrong.
Oh my God. No, John Favreau.
Oh, what time was that at? So that was at the hour 50 and 10-second mark or so?
Yeah.
Or 50-second mark?
Yeah.
At this
Oh,
point,
man.
I'm going to have like a whole collage of your fails.
Hey, Zod.
PB, please keep track of them too.
I have a couple.
Yes, bear.
Zod, can I have access to your channel so I can download all of your live streams, and so it'll be easier for me to just clip them together?
Yes, you can.
They've been.
Oh, seriously? Can I have it in writing?
Oh my
I'll
God.
DM you.
Okay.
Anyways, continue, Triple Bear.
Who?
Yes, Pacific Bear, you continue.
He just called me Purple Bear, and I'm not purple.
He said
No,
triple.
No, I said Triple Bear.
Ah,
He just cut out because
They've
he's got excellent technology.
They've been talking about this since like 10 hours ago. They fandom tweeted about it. The Mandalorian creator John Favreau will reportedly have a lot to say over the future of Star Wars. # Star Wars. Man, I cannot pronounce that woman's last name. Michelle, Rejwan. How do you pronounce that?
Renelle Swagger. I don't know. What?
Renee Zellweger? What?
No,
I'm
her
guessing.
first name's Michelle with 2 L's, and her last name starts with a R. And I fumble that name every time.
Can you copy and paste the
Or type
name?
I'm looking at it on my phone, so that would be a little.
Oh yeah, paste
you
it
can't copy
into
and paste Twitter on your phone.
Oh, don't worry about it. Just continue.
But yeah, they were talking about it about 10 hours ago because they tweeted it out.
Michelle R. Michelle
exactly.
Rejwan.
Rejwan, it's something like that, yeah.
It's like Szechuan sauce.
So Rejwan.
Yeah,
And
Michelle
Dave Filoni
Szechuan sauce.
Will
She
have
was in charge of
key
the
roles in
Mulan
going
McDonald's sauce. That's how I remember it. Oh, excuse me. Go ahead.
Is this was the big announcement, Zod?
Yeah, this was the big announcement.
The big announcement is that it's the rumor going around that they don't want her around anymore.
Now here's the thing.
John Favreau.
John
Fargo?
Fargo.
What the fuck? Fargo?
You lost
John Fargo?
so many viewers because of that.
Shite.
John Fargo, for the love of Christ.
You can never replicate his fails either because they are always epically original.
Hello,
You
PB.
never know when they're going to strike.
Kevin Feige.
Feige.
Tommy, I think that's your cue. All this waiting for a rumor. There's your cue.
I'll let
I knew it. I knew it was going to come from fucking raccoon sources. They climbed out of the fucking fire and was like, "We heard nobody likes Kathleen Kennedy."
But no,
Yeah,
John
sorry,
Farvo put a tweet out.
Put a tweet. John Farvo. God.
Fucking Kryptonians.
Why
Now,
don't you just pronounce something correctly? How hard is that?
He's a Kryptonian from New York.
yeah,
Yeah,
you know those New York
PB.
accents. Now, here's the thing, though. This is not more than likely not just a rumor. This is pretty.
Oh,
this
gosh.
is pretty much hanging on how well the Force, or the Rise of Skywalker does.
Yeah, the Force of a Skywalker.
So, I mean, let's be real. There's a lot hanging on this third movie, but even if the third movie did gangbusters, which I sincerely doubt it's going to do as great as they are projecting it to do. She's pissed off a lot of people, and this is more than likely happening. And this is coming from, Grace is pretty plugged into that scene. So she says it's a very,
I bet she plugs into the scene.
it's a very, very, very likely thing that's happening. What do you guys think about him taking over? And reportedly, he's working close with Dave Filoni. So I want to get you guys.
Our savior of Star Wars, Dave Filoni.
So I want to get you guys' thoughts. What do you guys think about this? And do you think that this is the person to course correct the Star Wars franchise? You think old John and Dave could save Star Wars?
I just want to. Okay, I mean, I guess that's a reasonable question, but for being so plugged in, how is it that Kevin's name isn't brought up when we know for a fact that he's getting a movie and he has no say-so going forward? Pretty important name to be leaving off of your list if you're, in the know. You have inside sources like you've sent one of your stealthy raccoons into the wall to listen on some conversations, and now you know what's going on, and they've reported back and burned that fucking building down.
Now, here's the interesting thing about that, because Kevin did come up in that.
What?
And according to what they're saying, that
I don't know.
They're not too sure if they're gonna go with Kevin, or Kevin wants to take the position.
Kevin who?
You know who I'm talking about.
No, who's Kevin?
You're talking about Kevin Feige, right?
Yeah, we want to.
Thank you, Terrence.
No, I want you to say it. Kevin.
What he said.
Just say it. Just say it.
Kevin Feige.
Feige. That was hilarious.
God, I hate Earth names.
Fav.
What happened to the good old days of Kellen?
Fav.
Okay, I got one for you.
You have one, Mads?
Yeah, just gotta open to the chat. Which is apparently going crazy. Oh, crap.
Bonkers.
SpongeBob SquarePants says Kevin Foggy and John Fargo.
Fuck.
The saviors of Star Wars. I added the last part.
This is sick. I will say.
PB, thank you for the link, man.
Very much.
Yeah, like Zod wanted to get email, and then he was gonna try and email you something, and I was like, oh my god, he thinks it's gonna take me a long time to get on the live stream. Terrence is never gonna make it if he's waiting for an email from Zod.
I don't even like Terrence. I've seen you in my chat a couple of times. I wouldn't have any idea how to send you an email that you provided in the chat.
You don't send Terrence an email. You just send him a message on Google Hangouts. That's how I sent it to him. I copied the link in my browser, and then I sent him the message on Hangouts.
Just join Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, his programming doesn't allow for it.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it'd be happening every day. Humans be like, Terrence, you need to get a Twitter. I'm like, I understand, human, but sometimes in life, you don't have a Twitter.
Oh, no, you don't have to post anything. Just a message.
Hey,
that's what we've told him that only about 20 times. Go ahead, Mom Bear.
Okay.
It's more like 20,000 times, but
Yep.
It won't make a difference then. Ugh. Okay.
You guys stop. Zod, in the chat, I've just put in a last name that I'd love for you to try reading.
Oh, Mats.
What is this?
That is an actual last name. That is my last name.
So is the bear French?
Nope.
Wait, where is this?
Oh no, she's a Viking bear.
Sure.
Yes, I'm a Viking bear.
Is it Sherds?
Yeah, actually, very close. Yeah.
It is Sherds.
Spheres.
I wanted him to try it.
I was just guessing.
Yes.
SpongeBob says that it's swords. With a thumbs up. But he gives everything a thumbs up.
So, Zod, do you want to take a stab at it?
Swinging things back around.
No, you have to try.
Yes.
Try.
To the topic.
Must try.
To the topic at hand.
No.
Yes.
Yes. Not
swords in Star Wars.
Yes, I agree. You should try. Once.
No, I'm not going to say Zords.
The audience wants you to try.
Oh my god, that was him trying. You heard it.
It was Zords.
Zords, like from Power Rangers.
Yep.
How is it pronounced?
You were actually the closest proper. It's short.
The Z is silent.
Jesus Christ,
Isn't that what I said? Short.
Right, proper is just pronouncing it the California way.
Yeah, shorts. Yeah.
Shorts. Yeah. Shorts.
He's the closest. He's the closest anyone outside of Friesland.
It's German, right?
Friesland, actually.
Oh, okay.
No, it's a northern province in the Netherlands.
Oh, I have no idea where that is.
Holland.
So,
I know that.
So
you want me to tell you that I think that John Fargo is going to save Star Wars? Because he's going to take over for Kathleen Kennedy? Because it's a rumor that Grace Randolph heard after she got plugged into? What?
No, I want what your thoughts is about this potential pick. We'll call it a potential pick.
Which one are they picking? Like, are they talking down to men, saying they need 2 men to fill the role of 1 woman? Is that what this is?
That's an interesting way of looking at it. Well, I never
neither of you are the level of producer that this lady is when she's getting coffee for her husband when he's writing checks. So we need two of you.
I just heard we need 2 men to fill 1 woman.
I mean, what the hell has Dave Filoni ever produced?
Star Wars.
A cartoon. That's
Star
it, right?
Wars. Yeah.
A cartoon. Yeah, we're talking like, I'm talking about a budget, money-wise. Like, what's he had to deal with? How many people has he had working underneath him?
A lot.
A lot compared to the person at the top?
Who's the person at the top?
Kathleen Kennedy is the person at the top. Literally everybody who works at Lucasfilm works for her.
I mean,
is she not the CEO of Lucasfilm? Is she not the head of Lucasfilm?
I wish she wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
I wish she wasn't either. Because if she was a appropriate head, the way that Bob Iger is the head of Disney and is like, hey, let's try and make as much money as possible. So we're going to acquire stuff and try and turn it into a better product instead of acquiring stuff and then trying to push our agenda. Because that's what she did. She did the exact opposite and tried inserting herself, being a money person, into the story. I mean, imagine, let's go back in time 20 years. Well, a little more than 20 years. Let's go about 22 years back. Imagine seeing Ted Turner on WCW Monday Nitro. Because he's the guy at the top. He was the guy who owned it. It would have been ridiculous. But it doesn't seem ridiculous at all to see Vince McMahon, and he's the guy at the top. He owns the whole thing. Because Ted Turner's not that kind of guy. He's not that kind of producer. He just moves the money around. He's not the idea man. It's not the same thing. She doesn't have ideas for Star Wars. She just has third wave feminism ideas that she wants in Star Wars. So when she doesn't get it, she fires people that are making a funny Solo movie.
I would have liked to have seen Lord and Miller's version. Yeah, release the Lord and Miller cut. Fuck the Snyder cut.
Right, get that hashtag going.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get on board with that. I'll change my hashtag from release the Lucas
you know they got all that film they filmed.
Yes,
it was done. It just wasn't completely put together. Like when they say it was 90% of the way done, they mean the movie was done. Not it was 90% of the way shot. Like it's possible they would have had to go back and do some reshoots if they wanted a different angle on a scene or something like that. That's totally possible. The movie was done. 90%, they were assembling it.
It was 90% shot, not 90%. Done. But you know what? I'll take 90%.
Yeah, I'll take 90% of that instead of 5% of Solo. I don't know how much I've seen into Solo, but whenever he crashes that car at the beginning is when I shut it off and I never went back.
You haven't seen the rest?
No, I've never seen all of Solo. I was like, you know what? I will give you a moment to redeem yourself, Star Wars. Because the last movie, obviously The Last Jedi, which was fucking trash. So then I started watching that, and I made it 5 fucking minutes, and he crashes that land speeder car, whatever it is, and I was like, yep, not my pilot, and I turned it the fuck off. Yeah, exactly. SpongeBob is right. Dong Lover is in Solo.
You left before the your name should be Han. By yourself. Solo. That's when I would have imagined that you would have left the theater, but
oh yeah, I heard about that. And then I seen, I don't know whose video I was watching, that used the scene where Chewbacca's talking about how old he is when they're in the cockpit, and that he'll mourn Han when he dies for a little bit, but then he'll get a new human. And I fucking laughed. I was like, oh man, if only this could have been, in a better movie. I guarantee that was a scene that Lord and Miller had that they used in the final cut. Because I think they only redid 75% of it. So they still used 25% of what Lord and Miller did. Like, it's in the movie. They didn't get rid of all of it. They just got rid of most of it. And then they had to get fucking Opie to, be director.
Whatever the 10% is left, I would have liked to have to just fill in with the Ron Howard version, I guess.
Yeah, how come he's not up for consideration for taking over? He produced Star Wars. He's a man. He's got no hair.
Ron Howard has hair? What the fuck are you talking about?
Where?
Everywhere. It's all red.
Ron Howard is bald up top. He lost all his hair after he got past a certain age. Didn't you know that?
Mm-hmm.
That's why he wears a baseball cap.
I always see him on with a hat. Yeah. Yeah, you're right about that.
Yeah,
actually,
they don't.
It's just like I misinterpreted what you said.
Yeah, but they don't bring in Ron Howard because they're replacing all the gingers. Didn't you catch that memo?
No, guess not. Hasn't been obviously flooding my news feed all the time.
You have a news feed on what?
Yes, Mark. I still see Opie. I still do. It's like Long John Silver, but different. That's what he said.
How's he not Opie? I only ever see him in black and white too.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you guys this:
I always see George Washington as a painting. That's how life was in the 1700s. They were all paintings.
They're all paintings.
Then it turned
Everything's
into
still
black
frame.
and white. Now it's color.
So PB,
now
you said
it's
something.
8K.
No, it's 4K.
No, there's 8K TVs out there, man.
Oh my God! What?
Yeah,
Seriously?
ruminate on that while this villain asks me a question.
So, PB, you brought up an interesting point that I would like to point out too. There is a difference between, say, making a Star Wars movie and then moving the money, right? Because you said a very interesting thing in comparison between Kathleen Kennedy and, let's say, Kevin, right? And they're the people who have the people working underneath them. So when picking a new person, it's interesting to see whether or not they translate. Now, I don't think Dave Filoni has that, and I think that's why they're talking about John and Dave working together, because John has been in that scene, right? He's made movies, but here's the question that I'm still curious about. We've seen him do movies for Disney, numerous movies, and write and all that crap.
We've seen him do movies for Paramount as well.
Yeah. And the question is, though, how much on the business end is he going to be able to fix the fuckery that's been going on? Because there's a lot more facets to this than just, putting out a good Star Wars movie, right? Because in the video, they also talk about park sales being down and things like that, which I'm sure is another department, but it still correlates to how well the brand is doing, right?
Right.
If Star Wars
totally. And I know how we can test it immediately. You go on Twitter, and you, as a supervillain, you attack the fuck out of him and see how he responds.
I will.
And if he calls you, sexist, racist, bigot, misogynist, whatever, just pick one, then, he's not the right replacement. But if he's like, well, I'm sorry you feel that way. Hopefully you like the next episode of The Mandalorian, then, we're headed in the right direction. Because that's the other side of the story. You're right. It's not just making the movie. It's also the image of the company. You're at the top. You can't be a fucking asshole. You got to be able to take the criticism.
And I mean,
it's going to exist no matter what is made. You could make a movie better than The Empire Strikes Back and Revenge of the Sith put together, and there's still going to be criticism. and you have to be able to handle it like a professional without completely dismissing people for unreasonable reasons.
And the other side of that too is that if you take Kevin's track record, right? How many people blasted Captain Marvel, and what did he say about it? He didn't come
from
out
that movie that you kept talking about, a bunch of men blasted her over and over again.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite version of Captain Marvel. Anyway,
you sick bastard.
Yeah, that porn parody was great, Zod.
We gotta do a stream about this, Terrence.
Yeah, do it on that. You can do that one on Terrence's channel. It'll fit in just perfect.
Exactly.
We'll do an in-depth review, give a good analysis. I think my personal opinion is they should have got that actress to play Captain Marvel. But anyways,
yeah.
But so you look at how Kevin took that criticism, right? And maybe it's been a while since I've gone through that phase, and since people have talked about it, but I can't remember.
Man, you were getting roasted yesterday on Twitter. What are you talking about? You get criticized all the time.
Oh yeah,
Where was
yeah,
you getting roasted? Let me see this.
I'm always getting roasted, and I don't come out and go,
let's see this.
I don't come out and I go, if you don't like General Zod, you're a sexist, misogynistic, heathen troll that deserves for me to blow up your dwelling, wherever that may be.
No, he won't blow up your dwelling. He will arrive, he will knock on your door, he will come inside, and he will kill one plant.
And you think about that.
And people who have been around long enough will understand the joke.
Yeah. That is a funny Zod from the multiverse. That's for sure.
My God.
So anytime you're doing stuff and you're making content, right? And we've all had people who've come on our channels or gone in our feeds and gone, you're a dumbass. I had someone come into the late night and go, you're a douchebag, and just leave. Remember that, PB?
Yeah.
They just go. They're like, you're a douchebag, and they left. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, tell me something I didn't know.
They don't have the dedication of the Senate.
No. Only a handful of people could be like the Senate. Those memes are classic. But you got to be able to take people saying shit about you. And Kathleen Kennedy, Elizabeth Banks, all of these people, and let's think about Elizabeth Banks. Fucking, I wrote, I directed, I starred in Charlie's Angels. Well, if you put your name on the fucking title screen like 5 times so that people know you're the person who was responsible for that abomination, then what are you expecting when your movie doesn't do well?
Well, you forgot that she also was the producer. Don't forget that.
Oh, yeah, the producer.
But Zod, she was blaming men. She was like, men didn't show up for this movie. That's why it failed. I'm like, well, the females didn't show up for it either because it's trash.
Right?
Yep. Garbage. That's what it was.
Nobody showed up for it.
Well, 2 people did. Me and Bitchy.
Oh my God.
I swear to God, that was torture for something I did. I don't know what, but
that's right. I guess you did do a review of it, even though I can't read the words in the thumbnail.
But Zod, though, it's like the movie enthusiasts don't like really count because like we see everything by default. Like people that just watch movies here and there, they didn't give a damn about that movie because it's trash.
Exactly. Like the everyday moviegoer, they're going to see your trailer and they're going to go yay or nay. Like when the new Star Wars trailer
What about
came out,
every other day moviegoer?
Them too.
Okay.
But when I was in the theater, right, and the Rise of Skywalker trailer came out, and they were doing the new one, the training montage that should have been in the first fucking movie, and the space horses and everything else. There were people in there that audibly went boo, or that looks stupid, or I'm not going to see that. I mean, so people, they say your first impression is your last impression, right? And that's what these assholes don't seem to get. And that's why I do believe, and I'm using air quotes, that this rumor about Kathleen Kennedy stepping down is absolutely 100% true. I think if she doesn't step down, Bob Iger is not going to fire her. Bob Iger is going to pull her in the office and he's going to shoot her, and then he's going to get rid of the body.
Holy fucking shit, villain.
Disclaimer.
What?
Yeah. Like, why you ain't gotta get rid of the body? She's old. Just put something in her drink. People will think that she died of old age.
No, we're not discussing the murder, please.
We're discussing Bob Iger's murder.
No.
Yeah. We don't
how did he get rid of Jeffrey Epstein?
Okay.
How did Bob pull that off?
Yes, Bob Iger killed Kennedy. That's where we're going with this.
You goddamn right he did, huh?
That was the initiation. The initiation was he had to do that. It was very sad. It's very sad.
Because let's just go to really, any of our people that we like, right?
I gotta detour real quick for a moment. You know what's really fucking triggering? When you look in the chat and it says hammer and then it shows a fucking wrench. Why isn't it a hammer? He should get a hammer. Of anybody on YouTube, if you're gonna give him a tool to be pounding out links in the chat, why would you give him a wrench? You should give him a hammer. It's just a side point.
YouTube at it again.
It's a YouTube issue, not a Zod issue. For once.
No, it's not a Zod issue. It's a YouTube issue.
Mm-hmm. You can't blame Zod for everything, so we'll blame YouTube for the rest.
Correct.
Hammer time.
But
oh God, and that weird move with the baggy pants.
Okay.
Yep.
Wow.
And I could do every single one and then some. Yep.
Okay, hold on, guys. Deeg, if you're still listening, I'm happy to hear you made it to the couch. Get some rest. I hope you feel better.
Yeah, I got that DM too, Stig. Thank you for coming on. And one
Stig
of my
died?
awesome.
Yeah,
he got dizzy.
He said he was dizzy and he was nauseous because of you.
Oh, he got dizzy and nauseous from the pronunciation of Fargo. That's fair.
And Generation Production says, at General Zod's Phantom Zone, Kathleen made the worst movies of all time, including JP3. She was there for that.
And
yes,
she was. For the other two Jurassic Park movies and all the Indiana Jones movies and E.T.
Dude, how else are the men doing work going to get their coffee?
Mm-hmm. No, she wasn't just a coffee lady.
She was a producer of the coffee.
No, she wasn't.
She was.
No, she wasn't.
How do you're telling me she didn't produce coffee for them?
Not at that point.
Shenanigans.
No.
Like once you get that good at making coffee, you don't get out of making coffee.
No, her assistant did that.
And her assistant was a woman.
No.
100%.
Actually, I actually do know someone who was Kathleen Kennedy's assistant. He is not a woman.
His name is Justin.
No, his name was not. His name was something else that I won't share with you guys. But
yeah, I got a friend.
He actually produced. He produced
He produced coffee, from what we hear in this story. That's what you just said.
No, he didn't.
He did exactly. So once she got an assistant, she's like, I got a male assistant.
Jesus.
He ain't be making the coffee. He's got to do important work.
Yes, but this was
because he's a man. I'm paying him a full $1 on the dollar.
No, this was like 8 years ago, asshole.
Well, they were still paying men a full $1 on the dollar then.
No, what the fuck are you? There's no talking to you right now, you bastard.
Dollars.
Shut up and just eat a stick of butter, you.
Oh, you were supposed to say block of cheese.
You Wisconsin cheesehead. Eat a block.
You're just frustrated because there's now 3 of us in the chat.
There's only 3 people in the chat. Oh my gosh.
No, me, PB, and Bear.
Oh, is there no one else here? Did Terrence leave?
No, Terrence did not leave.
Oh, Terrence would never leave until, he tells you his battery's at like 70%, and then 3 minutes later, he's like, oh, yep, see you later.
Is that so?
Sometimes in life.
Literally happened to me. The "oh yeah, see you later" came in text form because he just hung up.
Oh my god, who the hell is this? Who the hell is Anita Sarkeesian?
Anita Sarkeesian is, oh, son of a bitch. Oh, I know this. She is a assistant for somebody because she is a woman.
Feminist Frequency Radio. Oh my god. Seems like a treat. I will follow you. She said,
socialist.
She said, am I extremely tired? Or is there not a single female speaking character in the first episode of Mandalorian? I've gotta have missed something, right?
Yes, because totally there was a fucking female in the very first episode. Like,
she doesn't look at my Twitter feed.
That's what
I used to think I put it on Twitter. Maybe I didn't.
Like, thing melted down to place.
Gina Carano is the one making armor.
I mean, does Baby Yoda not count? Is that
no? Yoda's
no. What I want to. How does she know the genders of all of the aliens that they come across in that bar? How did they know?
Assume it's a biker game. She, whatever, is assuming gender.
Yeah, like she is being very bigoted right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and potentially racist.
Sounds like somebody that should definitely not be an assistant at Star Wars.
Yeah. I don't even know what.
Hammer brings up a good point here. Hammer says, were you peeps aware of Kathleen Kennedy as a dancer in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom in 1984?
Yes.
I don't remember the scene in that movie that had the poles, so no.
It was the first scene. It was the fucking musical number with the synchronized swimming and shit.
Right.
Even though they're in a fucking restaurant, and it makes no damn sense.
Dude.
It was made because Steven Spielberg
always having a seizure, man.
He always
it's not real.
No, yeah, like, you know what I want to see when I see an Indiana Jones film? A musical number.
Well, yeah. You want to see Han Solo singing and dancing?
I would watch the holiday special, but no, we only got.
Oh my god!
Oh god.
Okay, Ethan.
What do you mean, okay?
He loves that holiday special.
I don't. It's horrible.
I've never seen it.
People who keep saying, like, oh my god, the holiday special is so much better than The Last Jedi, clearly never saw the holiday special.
Oh, that is a fucking lie, but okay.
Like, I guess I need to see it. Does Boba Fett disintegrate anybody like the Mandalorian? Because that'd be bitchin'.
Terrence, do you think that the holiday special is better than The Last Jedi?
Hell no.
Thank you. Okay, I was worried that it was vice versa.
No, that's why I was like,
let me ask
that's
you
fucking wrong. I'm like, The Last Jedi
Terrence,
is way better than that trash that is the holiday special.
Yeah, like
let me ask you a different question.
Okay.
Which of the two, The Last Jedi or the holiday special, impacts the canon more negatively?
The holiday special.
Last Jedi.
The holiday special.
I would say that they both impact it negatively to some degree, but
which one's worse?
Well,
we're talking hyperspace ramming and Force Ghosts using lightning
the holiday
here.
Special is no longer canon. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think
it has
that
to be canon if it introduces Boba Fett.
Actually, you know what? They did mention Life Day in the first episode of The Mandalorian. It's real. Life Day is canon.
Right.
Therefore, the holiday special is canon.
I would say the holiday special, man. But it depends on who you ask.
It depends on what you're asking, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's so bad that no one takes it.
You got a problem with Christmas and Star Wars?
Yes.
I have a problem with trash.
Yes. This was awful. This actually ruined Star Wars for people.
There's pine trees all over the place in Star Wars.
Yeah, it's the redwood forest.
I was thinking about walking in front of a bus after I saw it, so it was pretty bad.
I mean, I couldn't sit through it. Like I can't. It's so awful.
But we would not have Chewbacca.
The only reason why I didn't walk in front of the bus is because I figured there'd be more Star Wars material at some point.
We have a new member.
Hey, what's up, Vinyl?
Hail Life Day.
Hey.
Yeah, Phantom Menace.
Oh my God, you're here to join this shit show?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
How is
without the holiday special, you wouldn't have Chewbacca.
Oh God!
And the rest of the Baca family.
No.
just the Baca family.
No,
that's a trap.
Yes, Trey.
Damn, there aren't any buses running right now. You got to stop doing that.
I agree, Trey. Trey Courtney. Superman Returns is better than The Last Jedi.
Superman Returns is trash.
I sent out a tweet saying Brandon Routh should come back for a movie version of Superman because he's coming back for. Actually, Zod, I want to know your opinion. Wait,
no,
Zod
you don't.
still here?
No,
yeah, he's gonna be Kingdom
we're
Come
making
Superman
the show
on
better.
Crisis on Infinite
He
Earths.
kicked
Yeah.
himself out.
He said it's effing great.
Wow. Yeah, but Brandon Routh, he's returning for the Crisis on Infinity Earth or what? Infinite Earth.
Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Yeah. So
he's returning as Superman.
Yeah, as the Kingdom.
He's returning
Come
as Kingdom Come Superman, which is different.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
The difference
is
Kingdom Come Superman is from a completely different timeline.
Yeah.
The difference is it's just a different Superman from the one that was introduced in the TV show.
There was one introduced,
but also different than the version that he did in the movie
too.
Yeah, it's completely different.
Okay. But he looks great in the suit, and I'd love to see a movie if if Henry Cavill's done. I'd like to see a movie with him as Superman going forward with the Kingdom Come version.
I think he fits better as the Kingdom Come Superman because, frankly, I thought he was awful as Superman in that trash Superman movie.
No way.
Yeah, that was trash.
But it's better than The Last Jedi.
It is better than The Last Jedi.
Did he get shot in the eyeball?
Well, but he's a good. Well, regardless of what you think of the movie, would you agree that he's a good Superman though?
No. Yes. No, I think he fits better as Ray Palmer / the Atom than he ever did.
I like that character.
He is good as Ray Palmer. Yeah, I do like him as that character.
That's the
question. I liked him as Superman.
I gotta say, I'm with Final. I would like to see him in another Superman.
No, you got to ask Terrence this question: does Brandon Routh fit better as Superman than who's the guy that plays Superman in Supergirl?
I think he fits better than Tyler Hetchin. I think his name is.
Yeah, I think that's right.
I don't remember how to pronounce his last name. It sounds
I
foreign
think
to
his
my
name
ears.
is Tyler Hoechlin or something like that. But
Yeah,
I think he fits better than that guy. But like from the little clips that I've seen of Brandon Routh as Kingdom Come Superman, funny enough, he fits better as that, in my opinion, than he did as that other Superman in Superman Returns.
I mean, he was pretty much taking over the Christopher Reeve, Superman.
Yeah, like
Superman Returns.
I mean, legitimately, like I mean, it was no joke. Like it had the John Williams music and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a continuation. Yeah. It was supposed to take place after Superman 2.
Yeah, it was better than 3 and 4, but I still thought it was trash.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing him on this show, and would like to see him in the movie.
Hold up, boys. Proper, there's a request from Generation Productions for you in the chat.
Please read. Okay.
I think he means out loud.
Oh my God. Oh my God. He started reading it to himself. Yes, please read out loud. Sorry, Generation Productions. Some people are getting high in California.
No, I'm not high. I just...
Emma Putz, we get it.
You're not a putz. Don't put yourself down like that. Please read. Okay, we've established that. Was she dancing on the poles? Damn, if Kathleen was a pole dancer and got naked, oh God, this feels like a setup.
That's hilarious.
She would blind people, then we would have to have Indiana Jones to search for sunglasses. Ha 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 jokes. Maybe.
Oh, that's a good name for number 6.
I failed the live stream for what? What did I?
For reading to yourself.
When
you're quite obviously supposed to read it out loud.
Did you not think that was funny?
Everyone's laughing.
Okay, then.
So, it's a win.
Yay. All right.
Yay for comedy.
Ha ha ha. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. I guess we're going back to the topic because Final Death Star's here. What do you think about what was it, Dave Filoni and John Fargo taking over for Kathleen Kennedy?
Did you say Dave Filoni or Dave Baloney?
I said Dave Filoni and John Fargo.
Yeah.
I'm a Filoni fan, so I like the idea of him taking over. I mean, I've been saying Filoni for president for a while, so I hope there's some truth to it. I mean, the guy is as close to Lucas as you can get because he was trained underneath him. So I don't. Well, I mean, he was though.
Yeah.
In Clone Wars, And,
but look at the way that he's trained Freddy.
No, Freddy. That's his own thing though, because you don't see Filoni coming out and talking.
Freddy has turned to the dark side.
Yeah, he has turned to the dark side. Filoni's never attacked fans like that, and he's never said stuff like that.
You couldn't even be in a Scooby-Doo movie without having to respond to his actual name.
No, we'll go back to. Did he bring it up? Yes, Kevin Feige. What's funny is John Fargo made a movie for Kevin Feige, and now if John Fargo gets Kathleen Kennedy's position, Kevin Feige will be making the movie for John Fargo.
Role reversal.
The men are taking over. It's hard.
Now, do you think that Kathleen? Let me ask you guys this: do you think Kathleen is basically kind of already sort of been kind of forced to step down in a way, but not obviously it's not public because it would look bad, like the optics would look bad if they, had actually like fired her?
I think they're waiting on the results of the next Star Wars movie.
Well, I'm sorry, what
promote her out of the office?
I said I think they're waiting on the results of the next Star Wars movie to see how it does, and then at that point, I think give it a month or two, and then we'll hear some big announcement in regards to whether she is staying or someone will replace her.
Yeah, I think that's probably true. Yeah.
I don't think we'll get an $8 million opening.
No, hell no, we won't. Because regardless of how divisive it is, it's still Star Wars, so it's gonna make some kind of bank. It's just a question of how much.
Yeah.
It'll break $1 billion easily.
Yeah. It'll be successful, but you're gonna have humans say, well, it didn't make as much as this one. Even if it hits $1 billion, they'll try to find the negative spin on it. But I really just want the movie to be enjoyable, at least for my perspective. So.
Mm-hmm. May I ask you this, Terrence?
Yeah.
Why do you say humans? Why don't you just say people? I'm curious.
Oh, yeah, it started at the age of 14 when I found
that's when the
myself
programming
just
started.
not really like being connected to humans, so I just started calling them humans because even though I'm unfortunately the same thing, it's just I don't really feel a connection to humans in that way, so I just call them humans.
Well, also, it's not true. It's not untrue. Excuse me. It's not true that they're humans.
Depending on who you talk to.
Yeah, some people it's like talking to a robot.
Right? Some are fucking lizard people.
Yeah, that's right.
But yeah, no, it's.
Is a lizard person.
Justin, I would love to talk to you about that for about 10 hours.
More hours.
I mean, if you want to know all the details, that's how long it's going to take. Because
and then when you get to the end of the conversation, he'll say, "Oh, well, we could just talk for about 5 more hours."
Exactly. Like there's a lot of stuff that
and then you'll talk
for
5 minutes, and then he'll hang up on you and say, "I'll talk to you later, friend."
But yeah, it'll take a lot, Justin. I mean, there's all kinds of steps and things that happen to me, and different sorts of training and everything.
Okay. Well, I didn't want to, I didn't want to get into it on someone else's stream or anything, but
it's not like he's here.
Well, he's not even here. We've taken it over.
Oh yeah, well fuck him then, I guess.
Right, but I just wanted to let you know that any quick response that I give you, in my opinion, is not good enough. It's just something quick, and I feel like I would be more than willing to give you a more complete answer.
I'd appreciate that. Yeah.
Oh, he's brought himself back.
Feel free to.
Who did he get rid of?
Bear.
Oh,
Bear's been vanquished to the
phantoms. He's murdered a bear.
Wouldn't be the first time.
He murdered 3 bears.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit!
Let the past die. Kill it if you have to.
Oh,
yeah.
You're really mean, Zod. Really.
I'm a fucking villain.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Try as you might.
I kill plants.
Like, he's not going to be a true villain until after they find Brie Larson's body.
Right.
I'm just saying, where's my banner? I'm just saying, there we go. If Brie Larson by some chance happens to disappear, this live stream will not be evidence that a certain Kryptonian may or may not have been involved.
Why did you come back in here, Zod? We were having a perfectly good conversation without you.
To fucking annoy you.
Well, it worked.
Job well done. Zod, what do you think about the Superman situation with Ralph?
At this point, I just say Joker to everything. I don't give. Like DC.
Yeah, make an R-rated Shazam movie.
Just cover everything. Fuck J.J. Abrams. Have Todd Phillips fucking take over, and just have him fucking write everything. Have him do every fucking movie. And hire the people and get the actors.
Yeah, no,
we need
no
a
R-rated
person.
Shazam.
No.
No, R-rated.
We
Black
had an
Adam
R-rated
is
Superman.
Shazam.
It's called Brightburn.
He said Shazam.
Jesus.
Yeah, you don't do an R-rated Shazam movie. You do an R-rated Black Adam movie.
No, that's what Zod asked for. That's what I'm saying. You can't do superheroes consistently as R-rated movies.
No.
It's just not going to work.
Just using that one in particular because Shazam is actually like a 10-year-old boy. So yeah,
I know, that's why I picked that one in particular. I know how to frame my argument to make Zod look especially foolish.
Yeah, Zod, you just have to have like that thing that they were discussing that they haven't made official, the whole DC Black label, and then you can tell your R-rated DC stories that way.
Exactly.
Because they obviously work.
Yeah, they got
This is
plenty
what
of
they need to
DC
do.
stories
They
that,
need
that
to
can
get
be told in R
someone.
form.
They need to get someone, not JJ. And don't get me wrong, Miss is probably going to hear this from the void, but I don't hate JJ Abrams. But JJ is not the person to fucking man DC. I don't want to see fucking lens flares and fucking Superman flying in a random lens flare for no
they
fucking
wouldn't be
apparent
lens flares because it's Superman. They would be contact flares.
Zod, there's only two characters that I'm curious to see what J.J. Abrams would do with. Would be Superman and Green Lantern. Like, I'm very curious to see what he would do.
I could see him do Green Lantern, but I don't want JJ touching Superman.
Well, which Green Lantern?
I would like to see the John Stewart.
And I honestly,
I knew you were going to say that, Terrence. I wasn't asking you because your favorite cookie is none of them. Bastard.
Yeah, I don't really have a favorite cookie, but
I want to see Diggle from Arrow as John Stewart's Green Arrow. I mean,
well, yeah, the Flash from Earth 90 already said that their version of Diggle was Green Lantern.
Mm-hmm. So. He made that comment too. He's like, "Oh, you're not wearing your ring,
like, hey, hey, John, you're not wearing your ring," and I was like, "Oh shit!"
I know. I thought that was great. I was like, because he looks so perfect for the role.
So why is his name I'd like to see Stewart JJ do that on the other Earth?
Yeah, he's John Stewart on the other Earth.
Yeah,
but I don't want JJ touching Superman.
Well, if he can do something better than Superman Returns, then I'll be fine.
No, what I would like.
Well, I mean, you should be able to do something better than that. I mean, I thought Man of Steel was good. I didn't like the overall tone of it, but I didn't dislike it. I think Cavill is a good Superman. But I liked. See, the problem I think was
that's because he wasn't Superman yet in that movie. He just barely learned how to fly.
Yeah, but even in like Batman versus Superman, he was barely Clark Kent. The Justice League. Yeah, there's something missing because Superman's like the overall. He's a charming guy, and he's the guy who he smiles and stops and goes and saves a cat from a tree for a little girl. And I don't see like the way the movies are kind of framed these days. They don't have that charmingness about Superman. He's too much of like kind of a badass or too.
They were trying to get to that, which is why we saw him, happier at the end of Justice League. But
it's like cheesy. It didn't come off right. I know what you mean because there was those kind of little lines there
now.
Yeah, but they have the nice version of Superman in the Arrowverse. I mean, Warner Brothers does different interpretations of the same character, all existing at the same time.
Yeah, but I would.
So you
that's
don't
what I'm
want to
saying.
just keep doing the character the same way.
But I'd like to see a movie version of that again.
They're going to do it at some point.
I hope so.
They're looking at it as like, okay, well, we know that you want this. Well, here's the platform that we're going to do it on, and then eventually it'll make its way back to this platform, be it in this case the big screen.
Yeah, because you're right. Like the Superman that's in the Arrowverse right now, he is a little more aligned with like the traditional style of Superman.
Right. He's a little more aligned with being a fucking liar.
Right. Well, I mean, aside from him being a bitch and getting beat up by Supergirl in less than 30 seconds,
well,
aside from that bullshit.
That's why I called him a liar.
No kidding. Yeah, well, he's freaking. That's the writing of Supergirl. It's just
like he has the person, like he has the personality, but he's a bitch though.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
totally. There was even a moment, like I think it was last season, where him and or like Lois and Supergirl were kind of ganged up on him, and we're like, oh, it's a good thing a woman was there to save the day, and he kind of just like kind of just shuts his mouth and looks stupid, and I'm like, that would never freaking happen, never happen.
Right? Yeah, that doesn't happen.
That's Supergirl show. That's why it's not doing well.
Hey,
yeah, they have a tendency of like making the men weaker to elevate the female characters,
right?
And that's not how you're supposed to write that.
Yeah, no,
exactly. Everybody, 100%. Hold on for a second before we continue this conversation. Matt's Mama Bear, what was your idea that you just pitched there in the chat? Because I thought that was very interesting.
Thank you. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good.
We've been
we got you two quiet for a bloody second. They were going to do a Lantern movie. I want to see the full Lantern Corps. I'm talking all the colors.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see the Red Lanterns. I want to see blue. I want to see everything.
Yeah, you're going to need a trilogy for that, Mads.
I think they were supposed to be working on like the Lantern Corps.
Yeah. They're doing that series on HBO Max. It'll be a live action series. So if you want to see all the colors, then that will be the show for you to watch.
Yeah, the Rainbow Lanterns.
Yeah.
Hey, don't knock atrocious. There we
go. Don't knock atrocity. What?
I mean, like the lanterns in general are cool, but I like the Green Lanterns the best.
Yeah, Green Lantern is a really cool character, and
he
hasn't really been
way
done
cooler
well
than the white one.
And the Deadpool one is much better than any of the other ones.
And he hasn't been done right yet.
Really quickly, unfortunately, I've got to go into charge my phone, otherwise it is going to die. I'm at 15%, so I got to start wrapping this shit up.
Don't hit the end button, and then you can just end the live stream in like 5 hours when you get your phone turned back on. We'll all be gone.
No, we will not be ending at 5. But actually, that might be good for retention. No, all right. Anyways, I'm gonna start wrapping this up, going down the line. Everyone, plug your channel quickly so that I can actually end this, or we'll be ending in 5 hours. So let's go down the line here. Matt, go ahead, tell everyone about your channel and the amazing new segment, Cooking with Squirrels.
I'm pretending I didn't even hear that. Tommy Humor, could one of you guys put my channel up in the chat, please? Hey,
I think Hammer just did.
Here. Okay, I'm watching on the other one. Hey, Mads Mama Bear here. You can follow me at Mads Mama Bear both on Twitter and on YouTube. And I promise I will be doing the cook the soup at some point soon, because life just with little bears just gets complicated. Saturday, I'm hoping Saturday, but it'll probably be Friday night. I'll be doing the reaction for the Supernatural episode for this week, and I've got a few other things I'm playing around with ideas. So, follow, check me out, follow me, and just keep watch. I'm sorry, I am exhausted.
That was an excellent plug. And of course, the Terrence joining us. I appreciate you coming on. And yes, we're going to have that 10-hour talk. Oh God, 10 hours. We should actually shoot for that, my friend. But tell these humans where they can find your great reviews. And also, I'm looking forward, because I'm going to go see it too, Knives Out.
I thought you were going to say you were looking forward to his next
theories about
testicle video.
Yeah, I have a gazillion theories about that, but yeah, thank you for having me on, and PB, thank you for sending me the link. I appreciate you guys.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a pleasure being on this panel again. It's been quite a while, but every time that I'm on this channel, I always have a good time talking to all the different panelists. If you want to, you can go over to the Tremaine Terrence channel, and there you will find a lot of different videos, whether it's reviews for TV shows or movies or just discussing different topics, be it Star Wars, DC, Marvel, like you name it, like whatever I feel like talking about at the moment, I kind of just dive into it and I really express my opinion. And some humans can handle it and some can't, but I don't really care about what they think or feel because I have to be myself. And if you like that kind of honesty, then you can go over there and see if it tickles your fancy.
Ooh, like that.
Awesome. Of course you do. Tickling of the fancy.
Some people so uncivilized. And of course, a person I've got to have on the panel more because it's just great when you come on. Final Death Star. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me on. Yeah, I love coming on. It's perfect because you're like one of the only later streams. So when I get back from work, I'm able to jump on for a little bit. So yeah, I'm happy to be here, and I'm always happy to come on whenever. And guys, it was nice talking to everyone else here again. Terrence, it was nice to meet you.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't had a chance to talk to you, but I just subbed to your channel, so I'll definitely check out your stuff. Do you have a Twitter as well?
Oh, you?
No, I don't have a Twitter. YouTube is the only form of
Twitter.
Yeah, YouTube is the only form of social media that I have. So
okay.
Yeah, that's the way you can find me.
Okay, well, I'll definitely check out your stuff.
Oh,
and
good luck. It's great.
Thank you.
You have Terrence. You have such a diverse channel. It's lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Speaking of diverse, Proper, tell us about your channel and the bullshit that we can find on there.
I'm jumping out of a plane.
With or without a parachute?
We'll see.
Oh, this is gonna make for a great video. You better be live streaming to get those last second fucking super chats.
Yeah, I'm gonna really need those once I'm on the ground.
Hey man, you can pay it forward.
I guess
You got a family, right?
I used to.
I mean, your grandparents could use the money. Like, you're monetized. People are going to show up to see more videos of your grandparents. Cut them in.
All right.
They're retired. They're on a fixed income.
How do you know they're retired?
Because they're old as fuck.
They are so not. How dare you insult them like that? They are young.
It is. What do you mean insult them? How is saying somebody old as fuck being an insult? Like, that's an accomplishment. You made it, son of a bitch.
How dare you? I didn't make anything.
No, the people who are old as fuck, they made it. They didn't get killed.
My grandparents, not that they're old.
They didn't get killed. They haven't been killed.
Like, how many wars have been around since they were born?
What?
How many wars have they lived through? They survived all of them.
They were children.
They were children during the Vietnam War.
Okay, yeah, they managed to avoid that. They had already served.
Exactly.
Actually,
they already served, and I salute them.
Actually, my grandpa was drafted, but then they're like, "No, you're a police officer. We need you here."
Oh, nice.
He got out of it. Yep. And
see, Proper. So PB's
yeah, he got out of
stands.
it. All it took was risking his life being a police officer.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that's a hell of a trade-off.
Yeah, for like 35 years or something.
Damn.
Something like that. What's so damn funny, Bear?
Bear's not even in here.
No, he's talking
the other
to me.
bear.
Oh.
Zod, can you pull up the comment I made?
All right, hold on.
Oh.
I just read that.
Writing 2 or 4?
4.
4.
Oh, excellent. I mean, I could totally write 4 Hallmark.
Yeah, birthday card. Congratulations, you're old as fuck. You didn't die.
Yeah, total accomplishment.
Actually, that card would probably sell pretty freaking well.
I know it would.
That's a pretty.
Yeah, that card. Would
That's
sell
something
really
I would
well.
buy.
All right. Proper, with your old as fuck grandparents. Go ahead and plug your channel, man. I'm at 15%.
Stop stealing my lines.
I'm jumping out of a plane. There we go. That was it.
That's it.
You're telling me to say it again.
There's no This Week in Bullshit.
Oh, there is tomorrow. Yes.
It's gonna be his last This Week in Bullshit.
Jumping out of the plane. Then yeah, there will be This Week in Bullshit.
Oh my God! You should do This Week in Bullshit as you're jumping out of a plane.
No, they 10,000 They take away your phone. Otherwise, I would. But they might end up rescheduling it again.
Yeah,
This Week in Bullshit.
No, I really hope Jessie Milestone does not kick me out of the plane like she plans to.
Hey, I have done plenty of helo jumps. You'll be fine. Fucking suck it up.
What's a helo jump?
Oh my God.
It sounds like a baby.
Zod, I put my email in the chat for you, buddy.
Oh no.
Oh, thank you.
Yep, that'll be super helpful.
Justin, where are you doing that?
In the sky.
It's a big sky.
I will tell you later. So I don't want people trying to shoot down my plane.
There will be no hijackers on this plane.
Proper, you never said I was going to be on the plane, so you're fine.
No, I'm worried about Anna getting jealous of us.
Oh, she's not going.
No,
she's in Germany.
No, she's back. She's back.
Oh.
She had a live stream tonight.
Yeah,
I didn't watch it.
Yeah, it was her and Jesse.
Yeah, she's around. She's alive. She's good.
Is Jessie? She's in Cali too.
Yes,
she's in LA.
Yeah, she's actually not that far from me. Actually,
I fear for Jesse.
Yeah,
how many people are in
live
LA?
In Carson, so I live in Carson, so she's not that far away.
All right, I'm in West Hollywood, and Justin's like, you're close to me.
Yeah, yep. I can see the sign from my house still.
Yeah,
it's only what a couple miles, a couple hours to the smog.
Are they moving in?
All right, so T minus 12%. Mr. PB, go ahead, and the commander, the co-host, the person who keeps me in line. Tell them about your great channel, and I'm going to call you Mr. 350.
Okay, well, that's a really weird thing to call me. I mean, you could probably start calling me Mr. I'm going to pass your ass soon.
I would say if witches were horses, but, you know, that shit's probably going to happen.
It's going to happen. It might happen before the end of the month. It's definitely happening before Christmas. And what a present that'll be. I will be shit posting all over Twitter on that day. That is for sure. I will be roasting pigs and cows and every kind of other animal that day. It'll be glorious.
Congratulations, PB. Yep.
Thank you, Terrence. That's why I said Zod tried using my accomplishment to evade all of his hate on Twitter. It did not work. It did not work at all. People were still like, how come you dipped out on Stevie? Everybody else showed up, you son bitch. And he's like, what? I'm a villain. Arr, arr, arr.
I'm just grateful I got a pass on that one.
Terrible imitation of Zod's mom.
It was a terrible imitation. That was the point. Because that's the level of villainy that he produces. That's the exact point.
I got a slight roasting on it, but yeah.
I'm just seeing how long I can talk because I'm trying to talk off 12%. Trying to protract this plug as long as possible.
Did you see the comment LB made in response to me when I said I completely missed that live stream?
Oh, yeah, I seen it, and I saw your response. It was a great day for me on Twitter. I was laughing my fucking ass off. Like, you didn't know, because Stevie is not black.
What?
That's why Mads was not alerted to Stevie's live stream, because he's not black.
Oh,
She's not following him appropriately. Like she's following Terrence appropriately. She's only been looking at the upper right portion of the screen the entire live stream.
oh, I forgot that this was a recurring, factually true joke.
Yeah.
Yes, that makes for excellent jokes. Absolutely. You know what else makes for excellent jokes? Episode 1 of The Mandalorian. That makes for great jokes.
Yeah,
Check out a video I did on that. It's
I
like
watched
20
that
minutes
video,
long.
PB.
You watched the whole thing? Did you do it?
I watched the whole thing. I comment on it.
With us.
Did you do what Justin told you to do in the comments?
No,
He
I
watched it at 1.5 speed.
No,
1.5 speed.
1.75 speed.
Oh,
that's
7.5. My bad.
Dude, I'm pretty sure you were with us when you watched it.
No, it was perp.
No, I wasn't. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you should watch it a preview once we're out here at 1.75 speed. It's great.
I'm just clipping right along. I was like, oh my God. Which was funny. When he did that, I was like, you know what? I was listening to it before I posted it at 1.5 or 1.7 speed off of my phone to see if it had any, glitches or anything in the video before I posted it. And I was like, oh yeah, I was able to listen to it at that speed. And I only sounded like a partial maniac instead of a total maniac then.
It also
it was pretty good.
It'll save you 7 minutes if you're in a rush.
That's right.
It's a choice.
All right,
exactly
so
you want to know what else makes for good jokes?
Yes.
The final trailer of The Rise of Skywalker. I put out a High Council highlight of Cecil telling you his thoughts about it. So if you want to laugh at that, go check that video out.
Yes, I gotta watch that. Is there anything else you want to plug? Anything else you want to plug?
Nope, those are the last 2 videos. That's it. And then, I don't know, I'm going to be on This Week in Bullshit in 14, 15 hours, something like that.
Assuming that I'm alive, yes.
As long as he's alive.
Yes.
And then I'll be back again tomorrow night here in the fandom zone.
So Zod, does that mean we have to come up with 10 different topics, like a topic for every hour?
No, I'm pretty sure you can talk about one topic for 10 hours.
Oh, absolutely. But I want to see what Zod wants to do because it's not my stream. So.
Oh, don't worry.
He wants to plug himself.
I'll let you know about that.
Unicorn does that all the time.
And speaking of which, no. So thank you everybody for watching. You've been hearing the Fandom Zone. And I have a great review coming out tomorrow about Frozen 2. Are the PC show media right? Was I terrified by the word death in Frozen? Oh
my gosh, death?
You just said it are. It are the.
And also on the 30th, I have a very special Fandom Zone Talks. It is going to be with Josiah Rises.
Fucking dog, don't jump on me. God damn it. Get down.
I am going to have Josiah Rises for a Fandom Zone Talks. And we're still working out a time. So it actually might be earlier in the day because he has a very busy schedule, but it'll be about an hour or so discussion about the channel and various other topics. So definitely come in on the 30th and see that chat. I'm super excited about it. And I'm going to have more great guests for Fandom Zone Talks. Maybe even some people here on the panel. Who knows? Who knows?
Zod, I almost forgot.
Yes.
In the next day or two, my interview with Mad Squirrel is going to be. She's going to be putting that out.
Ooh.
Yep.
Ooh, that should be interesting.
Mm-hmm. It was a really good talk.
Oh, I bet.
And also too, if you guys like the late night shenanigans, pop on over to Bear Nerd Fun. He is going to have a 4th wave limited edition The Mandalorian discussion
Oh my
live
god.
as soon as this is over. And I'm sure some of
Limited
these fine
edition.
panelists
Limited edition.
shall be on there. I will not. I will be recharging via UV lights. So, anyways, thank you,
Limited
everybody.
edition.
UV light.
Your lights. Why don't you just get a new light bulb?
The power of the yellow sun.
Get a new light bulb, you
Yes. There's no yellow sun proper, so I need
There's no
artificial
yellow
light
sun.
to charge myself.
fucking candle. What?
Candle.
Zod,
Oh,
you know better
man.
than that. You know you got energy to last for hours
Improper.
before you kill over.
Improper.
Oh shit, Doomcock's gonna pass 100,000 subs before Thanksgiving.
Wait.
Nice.
Oh,
That's
hell,
tomorrow.
Oh, 99.6. Yeah, he's man, like huge explosion.
Yeah,
Nice.
he's also limited edition Zod.
Oh my god.
Limited edition.
Am I limited edition? Am I an object now? Is that what's happening?
We're all limited edition.
So, anyways, thank you everybody for joining this crazy ass stream. If you know anyone who would like some just crazy ass fuckery at the midnight hour, tell your friends, tell your parents, get them on here. Tell them to hit that like button if they like the content. Hit that sub button and sub to this villain. And as always, remember the only rule here in the fandom zone: kneel before your General Zod.
No, you screwed it
Man,
up.
where's Superman at? Hold up. Like,
You don't say your
Oh, you
general.
fucked it up, villain! You suck!
Boo.